Hello, my name's Andy Law. Welcome to my living room where we gather every week to play LAWhammer. Hey! Ah, that was hard. We've just gone through a Q&A and sometimes all I want to do is go, and again, if you want to watch those Q&As and you are not one of our all-access viewers, turn up live and you get to watch us and the strange liminal space between the Q&A before and the episode that starts afterwards. But for those of you that are not all access, you'll never know. Right, so we're just going to dive straight in because we have several things that we need to cover at the beginning, the most important one of which is XP. XP, episode 69 has been and gone. We arrived at a temple. We definitely didn't let something out of that. Who knows exactly what occurred there. We learned some things, but all in all, how successful are we? We get ourselves 88 XP each.
Oh, that's bad. I don't like that.
Okay.
I don't like it.
That's wildly
Thanks,
suspicious.
I hate it.
I mean, we Scooby-Dooed the shit out of that temple. I don't care what we unleashed. I'm super proud of that.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Alrighty. So, other than that, did anyone complete a short-term ambition?
I
it
didn't
looks
quite
like someone's
commune
trying to.
with Baby Soul, right? Like, because I failed that.
You did fail.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you did
identity.
the opposite of your short-term goal there. Yeah. What was yours?
No, I haven't.
You haven't done it. Cool. Would anyone like to change theirs before we move on?
Nope.
And what's the party one?
Complete pilgrimage.
In
17.
Abraham.
Complete the official pilgrimage for amateurs.
Yeah, of course. How could we forget? Alrighty then, so that's XP done. And as we generally say every week, if you haven't bought Dark Deeds yet, go bloody buy Dark Deeds because we need to sell a hell of a lot more copies. So go do that. That's it. That's all I'm saying. If you haven't done it, does it, whatever. If you have yet to purchase a copy, go right now over to Modifius's website and purchase a copy.
Christmas is coming. It makes a great gift.
It makes a great gift for all of your family, your mother, your father,
98
your brothers,
days till
your sisters,
Christmas.
your uncles, your aunts. Just think of how many copies you individually could buy. You're failing me right now by not buying 10. That's it.
And if you live in Edinburgh, go to Ancient Robot and buy it from them.
Absolutely. In fact, Ancient Robot have got copies right now because
And you should buy
more.
10 because it plays better when you've got 10 copies.
Yeah.
they have fewer than 10 in stock right now, so you can literally buy them out. How cool would that be for them? Happy days for Ancient Robot Games. Right, so that now said and done, let's move swiftly on to the always beautiful Mr. Andy Leask, who has something he would like to tell you about what's going on with Inside the Rookery tomorrow.
Indeed. Tomorrow, the title of tomorrow's Inside the Rookery is U2, Exoplanet Boogaloo. We are welcoming back friend of the show and friend of the Ed, Tom Toner, a.k.a. Casper Guion, to do a second part of his Extreme Wildcard World Building Workshop. Last time we got together, we devised this exoplanet that was a giant hibernating creature with avian miners mining its sebaceous fluid, which was both hyperspace fuel and an aphrodisiac. And there was a poo moon and space pirates and all manner of shenanigans. And we got quite a lot of the core world building done, but we didn't really get into the culture. So that's what we're going to be looking at tomorrow. We're going to put a blog post up, I think, tomorrow.
Yes, we are.
With a slightly more detailed summary of what we did. But come along and join us. It's very interactive. Tom is looking for input from people in the chat for, oh, we could do this, we could do that. No idea is too wacky. And we generally pick the wackiest one that's suggested and then try and make that work.
Yeah.
It's great fun.
Poo Moon does say wacky somewhat, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it absolutely does. And tomorrow, I'm going to be streaming before then with Sotek. We're starting at 4 p.m. UK time, going all the way through till 7 when Inside the Rookery begins. And we're going to be doing basically a bonus stream where we go back over a whole ton of the various rather controversial things that we have brought up. And if you've got any questions over any of our previous subjects, bring them up tomorrow. It's basically a big culmination of everything we've done over the course of the last couple of years. And a way of saying thanks to everybody that threw so much money in my direction for my dental fees. I cannot say how much I appreciate that. So we're doing ourselves a big stream tomorrow, just as basically a way of saying thanks and let's go over all the cool stuff that we've discussed before. And then right after that, you'll be able to dive into Tom Toner's workshop. It's going to be awesome. You might want a toilet break though, because that's 3 hours plus another hour on top of that.
Tough it out.
Tough it out. Okay, so yeah.
Snacks.
Organic.
Bring a bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Poo moon.
snacks.
Yeah, that's what we should be going for. Yeah, love it.
There's
So,
a song in that.
anything else that we need to do, or should we just dive in?
Let's dive in, baby.
Let's do
Dive
it.
into the bucket.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one because I've not been to
Bucket of poo.
Talabheim, Taal City, in a game for actually quite some time. Like about 8 years, something like that.
And last time it was terrifying.
Last time it was bad.
Don't say that.
When I say, well, there's also the book Terror and Talabheim. That's what Andy was referencing, but he was also literally being spot on with how bad it was. In that version of the game, we were heading towards an end times event. In fact, most of it had already occurred. And the only surviving remnants of humanity in all of the old world were in the crater of Talabheim.
Sounds bad.
So it was pretty bad. Yeah.
Fuck.
It was really, really bad. And there was all manner of horror for them to deal with. This is a far more sedate, one hopes, version of Talabheim. Not been here for a while for me, so it's always nice because most people, when they think of the Empire, tend to fall back on Altdorf, Middenheim, because they're this classic dichotomy, sometimes null, and Talabheim, for such an important city, is often just left by the wayside. So today, we're going to skip right past it.
Nice.
No, I mean, today, it's episode 70, Taal City. In the shadow of the Taal Bastion. The Taal Bastion is the great crater wall. The eye of the forest, as this great crater is often referred to, is big. If we go with the myths that you most recently heard, apparently the impact point of a dragon. Now, when I say big, it is really big. So take a little moment in your heads to try and figure out how big this is. So it's over 30 miles across, a diameter of over 100 miles. So try to figure out somewhere in your head that's approximately 30 miles away from where you are now, and that's all of this crater. There's a reason Talabheim has never fallen. There's a reason it could hold off against the entire empire during the time of two emperors, when Talabheim declared itself entirely separate to the rest of the empire. And the emperor of the time went to war with Attilia, Empress Attilia, she became known later. And they lost because they couldn't take Talabheim. An enormous Taal Bastion, crater wall, protects everything inside. And everything inside includes some of the most fertile land in the empire. 30 miles across, there's marsh, there's farmland, there's forest, there's everything on the inside. And it is said to be Taal's garden. Talgarten, indeed, is one part of the city. Incredibly fertile, incredibly alive. Raya herself, according to some myths, lived here when she and Taal were going through one of their better periods. In the shadow of the Taal Bastion, which in and of itself is high, it reaches up in the distance. You are currently docked in Talagad. Now, Talagad is split between the north bank and the south bank of the river Talabheim. On the north bank, which is where the temple was that you visited, is many a dock and a warehouse and a storehouse and all manner of other just loose buildings that spread out towards the open fields that spread beyond that. On the other side are the real docks, where most of the warehousing for the city is held. It's the expensive dock, the really expensive dock. You are currently docked on the north, very far away from the main unloading points, because that's the cheapest by some significant margin. There is, however, as you've found out, a head tax. The Kopf tax, which is for every day that a barge stays overnight in any one of the docks, you have to pay a silver crown. The goal being to move the boats out as fast as possible, whether they are ships, barges, whatever else they may be, and to also support the local economy. Don't sleep in your barges. Go out and sleep in one of the many inns that you will find on the docks. And many do. A silver isn't much, and often the inn will cost more. But it's astonishing sometimes how far people will go to avoid tax.
On principle.
Yeah, on
Yeah.
principle. So they end up spending more by staying the night in one of the local inns, and it might be a terrible flop house for maybe less than the silver shilling that it costs, but often they will go for something that costs like 3 or 4 shillings. Get themselves a nice meal, a nice bed, someone to give them company for the evening, and away they go. This night, though, you paid the Kopf tax, because we're going to start the morning after the temple before. Now, unlike the players, our characters have no real awareness of just what happened beneath, within, under, whatever occurred in the temple. There's no great awakening of demonic forces that they're aware of. In fact, it's all fine.
It just seems like we broke a statue, to be honest.
No, we didn't break it. It moved.
Nothing to be worried about. It was okay.
Loophole, though, cleared it. It's the voice of reason.
With our badges purchased from the stalls outside, it's just a matter of now heading into, one presumes, Talabheim the following day. And some decisions have to be made as we're all gathered for breakfast, deciding exactly what the next steps are. Because is the barge waiting? Is it not waiting?
Oh,
Is this the time for it to leave? Or do you just dive into Talabheim, come back out of Talabheim, stay in the barge maybe one night, then leave? There's various choices to be made there at the very least. This is a gathering of everyone down again in your main gathering point, because it's now cold up in the main deck, so you tend to go down into the main barge itself, which is the library that's held within. Gerhardt's special holy place, which indeed has a shrine in it, because it's not just his space, no matter how much he tries to sleep here, even though he's got his own cabin at the front of the barge. All of these things are true, and it does feel like a personal invasion of your space,
Absolutely.
yet freaking again.
And Leopold's been sleeping there for ages the whole time. His life
Often, yeah.
Oh,
because he couldn't.
Okay,
He couldn't
doesn't
move.
mean that Gerhardt does not have ownership
Oh,
over
no.
this entire place.
It's got Leopold's stank all over it.
That's definitely
Won't
an
tax
That's
count.
thing.
the stink that you want.
Hey man, I'm a doctor. I'm cleaning stuff.
And our glorious heroes are gathered together. Alongside with them is Meat Pie, who is worrying away at Bones in the corner. Apparently, those bones have offended Meat Pie deeply because he is growling at them a lot. And his tail is going so fast you can barely keep your eyes on it. He is one happy little terrier.
Oh, that's nice.
Lucas, who is not in the same terrier social slot, honest, is sitting in the corner, worrying away at a sandwich, which has bits of meat sticking out the side of it.
Is his tail
His
wagging?
tail is awesome.
His tail is not wagging. If anything, his nose is wrinkling at the cured meat that he's eating, which has been cured using a local process that involves a whole bunch of spices and honey. And it does not match his rather bland preference for flavor, where he's, what have they done to the meat face? It's clearly.
He needs some brown salt.
Yes.
That's what it needs.
Brown salt.
No,
And then dip it in some stew.
It's
Yeah.
fine. It's actually tasty food. He's just not used to it.
And
Okay.
it's true. You've stripped out the meat itself, and it's just nice to chew on. It's been a while, and you didn't realize how long it had been since you had last eaten what you consider to be just standard cured pork. It's really good, just really good. It's a bit, if anything, a bit bland. It could do with a bit of just rubbing, just a bit of heat. Oh, just that zing of heat running through it. Suddenly, you could maybe make a business selling it with a bit of heat in it. You'd be the only one that would buy it. As he nods to himself in his own head, having his
I
own
know a
little...
certain building that would buy a lot.
Oh, yeah. A lot. And Greta, who's sitting in the corner, her food, by comparison, is on a plate. What?
People hate
The
Greta.
noise,
This is all
the
coming
noise
out.
made when you said Greta was sitting in the corner. I don't think that was as quiet as you thought it
It
was.
wasn't intended to be quiet.
She has a small silver fork and a sharp knife, and she's cutting at the meat and just the meat, and has no bread or any equivalent with it at all. She's got a few vegetables at the side of that, which she has sort of pushed aside.
What's Atkins?
Keto?
And beyond that, there's yourselves. The breakfast has not been made by the finest of halfling hands, but there's probably a reason for that. Because the halflings apparently like eating.
The
hands.
finest of human hands.
Yeah, exactly. And we just reached the point of everyone's having sat down with their breakfast, ready to go, alongside the how do we go next? You're loosely aware of one fact only, and that's that the Temple of Sigmar is probably one of only two in the city. It's the smaller one in the city, not the huge one that was built to accommodate effectively one of the heads of the cult of Sigmar live here.
No.
And that's easy to forget because we often go, oh, Taal, Sigmar. Yeah, that's ancient. No, for the last 200 years, one of the core seats of the cult of Sigmar has been Talabheim. The other is Nuln, and the third is, of course, where the Grand Theologist himself is, in Aldorf. The Archlectors are in Nuln and up here in Talabheim. And it's a big temple, high temple, that's in there, inside an entire district dedicated just to temples, to the various gods, because they've all been sort of segregated off in many respects by Talabheim law. You're only allowed to build temples in certain areas. The other temple, your only fact that you know about it is that it predates those laws. And it was built on the periphery, on the edge of the city, somewhere. That's about as much as you know. Finding it is probably going to be as much of an adventure for you as actually finding
I
what's
mean, imagine the main temple. Well, hopefully there are people who could tell
there.
you where
You'd assume so.
Right.
And there you all are, having your breakfast, cutting away.
Andy, question.
Yes,
Stag Club?
Horn Club.
Horn Club.
Yeah.
None of yous have ever been to Talabheim, right?
No, I haven't.
Nope.
Greta shakes her head. Lucas puts up his hand and says, we went there for a stag night once, and,
Right.
and his face goes a bit white. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So I've not
Have
spent
I
much
been?
time,
No.
That's fine.
but it is a bit different than our normal cities. Lucas, did you go to a horn club? Yeah, he went to a horn club. So
Look, I was only 22.
that's fine. It's totally acceptable. It's not a bad thing.
I mean,
It's just a bit different. But different's not bad. Unless it's a mutant. Which is not bad because the Emperor said it's okay.
Greta snorts a laugh at that one.
Okay.
What point are you trying to make?
Well, it's just that basically there'll be people doing stuff on stages in horn clubs. And if we end up going there, just protect your sensitivities.
What? But how is that different to any other city in the Empire? There are people doing things on stage all over the Empire. Trust me.
Lucas is just shaking his head. No, not the same. Not the same.
Well, I know. What's different?
It's because it's not the same. Do we really need to talk about this?
But-
Haven't we got a temple we're supposed to be going to?
So-
There's no need to be going
Yeah,
to any
but-
silly clubs.
Yeah,
No,
we're not
but-
planning on
But just in case, right?
Do you want to go? Is this like...
I
What are
mean,
you
you see
trying
the
to do?
sights, right?
I'd like to go.
So one of the things is
Oh,
Taal is
if you're
in.
getting married, we could do a
Yeah.
What?
stag day. A stag do.
Oh, well, that's sort of.
Celebration of Tal, a stag do.
It's
But
somewhat
that would
been-
happen just before the...
And your house symbol.
Yes.
All works.
Very good, very good. Well, I'm not. I don't think I'm necessarily getting married anymore, but still, it was more just I enjoyed the idea of it. Why not? Try it. Try everything. Let's do it.
Well, you
'Cause
just
we're
you might
supposed to be in a
see a
fucking
woman
pilgrimage.
having sex with a man to make her husband jealous. That's all that I'm saying. And then they can get a divorce as a result. So
Oh,
it's just
really?
it's just
What?
yeah.
That's so useful.
Men have all how's the best way?
Lucas just looks like this. What?
So, Tal is stronger.
Mhm.
Women are not treated as well. I mean, it's not too different than many cities here, but if they're unhappy, they can go to the Horn Club, make their husband jealous, and hopefully by then sleeping with other people, he'll divorce her. So kind of fair in a way.
Greta
But
looks up and says, I have a friend of mine who got a divorce, came to Talabheim specifically for this. It's written into Talabheim law, so you can actually do it from anywhere in the Empire. You're legally allowed to sleep around with anyone you want as long as you do it on stage.
and with consent.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a bit different than I think most other cities that I've spent time in.
Gerhard looks at you. Lucas looks at you and your face and goes, and then just looks back to
When in
Tell him.
Chile,
When is
yeah, when that's,
that went until it's a
Yeah.
thing.
yes, yes. Where's my XP? What's my XP back?
If you'd said when in Remus,
Oh well, come on.
then I would have given it to you.
Oh, that's lazy. That's so lazy.
It's quite lazy.
Something to consider.
And yes, it is.
Do you remember that technically we might all be married
What?
What?
because of what happened when we were in
In
Kemperbad? Yes. We may have suggested that everybody in Kemperbad was married, and then there were a number of legal ramifications which made life a bit easier there. Technically, because the
Greta
bar
says-
is registered there.
Our barge and all signatories on the barge are by Handrich law, which is no strict law, but by Handrich law, cult law,
Right.
but we're married.
Yes.
She says, but it doesn't stop another official marriage for one of the other cults. So if you wish to make me jealous, then please
Oh,
do go to one of the home clubs.
yeah.
Well,
Group stag do.
I would say yeah,
We're all getting married to each other.
we've missed that out then. Yeah, no, absolutely. I like the
Isn't
sound of
that why we went wild in Kemperbad?
Well, I mean-
I didn't go wild.
it. When you
I wasn't invited.
What?
No, I just sat in the barge.
Until you came and saved us.
You went and saved everyone
Until you saved us.
after pursuing keys.
I'm the Des driver mission.
Well, basically, our
Dad, can you
our
pick us
dad-
up?
That's exactly what
Dad.
happened.
We're in prison.
We're stuck in a cellar. You come get us.
We just thought that's what you
So I'm
enjoy
into
coming to save
Doing
us.
nothing.
Yeah, coming to save us at the end.
And then looking disappointed.
Yeah.
But that's interesting to know.
Ooh.
It's just oftentimes we end up where we're not meant to end up. So I don't want anyone,
And
especially the
presumably,
father, even though you know he's got very good hearing, he still whispers it. Especially the father.
and presumably these places are not like just you could go there for a drink. So we might just
Oh,
end
you
up
could,
in
like,
one by
there's
accident.
probably
I mean, there needs to be people watching the stage. show.
Exactly.
Yes.
for every 20 taverns, maybe one horn club.
Oh, no, almost the
Or
opposite.
Other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, exactly.
Okay,
You
for
can't
every-
rule for the horn
for-
club.
yeah,
We didn't get anything done.
in the same way that music is played in Altdorf in most places that have got any consequence, fucking is played in Talabheim in a similar fashion, and there are all different kinds available. There is the slatternly looser stuff. There is the very performative stuff. Some of it's
art.
almost balletic art, particularly for the upper classes.
And there's the really
Um,
boring stuff for you, Gerhard.
And you go right down into the Tallows, into one of the worst districts. It's grim, it's dark, and it's just not good. A place often of horror for some, but it's just the standard for. Imagine all of the Fantasy City normal, except instead of playing music, Taal and
Smush
Raya.
breeze.
Tal and Raya's preference is to show that sex isn't anything that anyone should be ashamed of. And indeed, there is, as you know, written into law, the right for anyone, although mostly women are the ones doing it because mostly men hold the right to divorce, for anyone to go to a horn club and their partner cannot use that as an excuse for divorce. Which is funny, given that it's mostly used as an excuse for divorce.
Also, there's a right to go and watch in a home club.
To watch, to involve.
And that isn't an excuse for divorce.
No,
Interesting.
to engage isn't an excuse either.
It's so complicated.
Yes.
So, I'm not suggesting. I mean, this is sort of part of the pilgrimage, I suppose, really, isn't it? That's the case.
We might learn that
As you-
Sigma went to one.
Greta snorts again.
Yes, I know. I did hear that you did say it's not. We were doing something, and I agree we are doing something. But sometimes it's Sounds like it'd be quite good to just blow off a little steam somewhat. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's nice to go to things like
Fill your bus.
bathhouses.
No, you should come. I know you can't see, but you can still enjoy it. Or already. No. Sorry, hourly? What's that? Which is based? Hourly? Oral.
It's an oral test.
It's all oral.
It is
Oral, not oral. Oral.
Yeah,
It's a
oral.
different vowel sound.
That's what I was trying to say. You know the one. You know.
He's got a bit of sausage in his mouth. It's hard to pronounce.
Are elves allowed?
Don't see why not.
on with the party hat.
Just to be clear, I'm not suggesting that we go. I'm just saying if certain
You
standards-
absolutely are.
So,
You have dangled a lure in front of them that they cannot resist.
no, you have me wrong, Father. It's just in case.
There's actually, upon hearing that, another consideration that you think you should probably note, something that the Talabheim landers, even though strictly speaking you're a Talabheim, you were born within the borders of the lands of Talabheim. Talabheim landers roundly frown upon, and that's that sex outside of the house and horn clubs is taxed.
What?
What?
Exactly. In Altdorf, it's not uncommon to see somebody fucking down the street somewhere or another as you're passing down, because people are much more earthy than they are to say the real world equivalent. Sex is just a component of life. But in Talabheim, it is a little bit more controlled. And often drunk people are just given spot fines and spot taxes by the passing dog faces. The dog faces being what the local watch are referred to as.
I have a question. Where do you keep all your stuff while you're having sex with somebody? Like, do people have their stuff stolen?
Plotting a heist. I love it.
No, I mean, like,
The practicality.
The Horn Club heist.
The Horn Club, it would just
2512.
be on stage. It would just be undressed and
But
there.
aren't there dressing rooms? Maybe they lock the dressing room. Like an actress might have her things stolen too.
Maybe
I'm
in
just
the
thinking
fancy
whether I
ones.
should leave my stuff here or if we're going out on
Well, no,
Wait, are you planning to get naked?
I don't know.
Maybe.
We
Are
might
there, are
end
there
up there.
also brothels?
Yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
absolutely.
And they've got very tight laws. You're aware of this because they would bitch about it all the time at the various moots when you were growing up. You are not allowed to be married if you work in a brothel, which they think is ridiculous. Brothels, by mandate, must have at least as many men working there as they do women, by mandate. Brothels are not allowed to be run by men. They must be run by someone who is blessed by Raya, so it must always be a woman that runs them. And you'll find that they're not even allowed to link themselves up like you did for the barge as a business, because any form of marriage at all is illegal. And if you get caught doing it, the spot fines are like gold crowns worth of high, and then they immediately take you off to dissolve the marriage. So there's no way to get the same legal protections and reparations that you get in many of the other grand provinces of the empire, where you can effectively marry all of the people who work in the same place together, often using Mennonite rituals, so the cult of Manan, that are designed to help protect the crews. Yes, yes, exactly, yeah.
I did not consent to that. That's the first
told
time
you
I've heard
after.
that.
Yeah, I genuinely don't remember either. But
This is what
I'll
happens.
believe
You
it.
just watch the side stream.
ringing a slight bell. Like an ever so slight bell.
We were kind
there's
of
a side stream that we weren't in.
Yeah.
Consent again is important, guys.
I'll relay all the information.
It's not
about
strictly a
brothels.
marriage. It's not a marriage, it's a union,
So,
a business union.
I seem to remember it was a tax dodge or similar.
It is. That's the Heinrich component.
if it's
That was
tax, if you're out and about rather than in the
I know,
clubs.
no rotting in the streets.
No, but can you theoretically write it off?
What do you mean write it off?
Well, you know how sometimes if you, like in the same way that we, through the barge, have entered into a marriage so that we don't get taxed in a certain way.
I suppose you could maybe
And
write...
if you say that it's sort of, I don't know, like a business expense.
Well, no, if
if
you
you then
put a tarp
theoretically-
over you, you're in your home, you're in a tent, that could be your home. And that
tarp?
could be maybe a tarp.
What about a large cape?
No, I don't think the dog faces would let you say a cape is a house. But a tarp, maybe.
Maybe he had a giant shell, like a snail.
Or a,
Ah.
yeah.
That
true.
could be what mutants are good.
But so it's Raya and Taal and stuff that are running them and not Ronald here, right? As far as
Taal who runs most things here.
This is-
Actually, no.
No?
Taal runs much of the community feel, but in truth, there's one god that stands dominant in the structure of Talabheim. And again, a core component of the bitching that you had at many of the moots when you were growing up.
Verena.
Oh yeah,
Because of all the
Arena.
classes.
Yeah.
They'll often somewhat disparagingly refer to Talabheim as the city of laws or the city of taxes. There's always a new thing to be taxed.
Oh, which reminds me, would you all mind? Are you okay?
The meat went down the wrong way.
He needs to trim his moustache.
Sorry.
Stop thinking about capes.
It's making me cough.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Some of this went in there.
He needs to trim his moustache.
Would you all mind getting any of your gold out? I was playing around with the ring when I was in Middenheim.
Not my ring.
Sure.
You wish.
And there's this weird thing. I don't quite understand it yet, but I think if I'm the one, if I've touched the gold recently, I can kind of tell if they're ripping us off.
A little.
All right.
That's handy.
And I know, Greta, for example, you could probably just know stuff, but
Your eyes widen. I
'Cause-
wish.
well, you're quite good at bartering and stuff, but I don't have that skill. But I still could tell when somebody was ripping me off. So
Gerhardt climbs up the ladder to spew over the edge of the barge.
And I was just laughing at the thought that I might have gold.
No, fair enough.
Oh.
Thank you.
Nothing. Dead. Nothing. Doesn't feel any different to anything else as you run your fingers through it. But you know that it definitely does at the moment of transaction.
Yeah.
So you need to be there.
So
Throw
I
it to
might-
me.
Yeah. It might be worth if we're making
Dead
any.
space.
Sorry, if we're making any big purchase or whatever, or if we're going to get help, right? Maybe let me pay.
What?
Good idea.
To be a bit contrary, what's the difference with you so flippantly using that as opposed to the other benefit of the ring?
Well, in the same way that you were talking about consent earlier, them trying to screw us over and me knowing about it is different from me taking their will away from them.
But do you know the full effect of what that does?
Well, it's not like they tell me that.
But do you know that that's all that does? Because this was your point to the last time.
Last time, I said that it is not something to use so easily because it can have repercussions. And Greta, I understand your point as well.
She saws out a bit of meat and says, good.
I do think it has its uses, but it's not something to just use whenever and to rely on just because it's the easy thing to do. We, or at least I, have a responsibility on how I use certain things. And I take that responsibility seriously, but I do think it's different. On another note, I do think, Elric, it was fine to tell Greta because we are in confidence here. But please don't mention my ring when we're outside of here. I hope you know this, but
When have I ever done that?
you do sometimes like to just remind us all of things. And there might not always be a safe place to do that. I'm just saying it's a pretty powerful artifact depending on who has it. Just please be careful.
I've never said it to anyone else but people around us, so fair enough, warn me, but I think that's unnecessary.
Better safe than sorry.
It might be unnecessary for Elric because I agree you have never said it outside, but we should all take heed of the warning because if that ring does what we think it does, then it's an incredibly powerful artifact and many people would kill for that. Are you all right?
Yeah, no,
need some water.
surprisingly, had quite a lot upstairs.
My view on it is
Yes.
maybe too simple, but I believe that there is magic in the world all the time. And when we use words, we are bending other people to our will. Like you bent the will of those soldiers to attack the creature, and they died. They wouldn't have done it, and they did. That's a kind of magic. It's just a long kind of magic. All this ring does is do it quickly.
Do you feel guilty now?
No. I'm torn between wanting to dismiss it and wanting to burst into song. Honestly, that's Andy, not Leopold. It's a kind of magic.
Queen.
It's a kind of magic.
and so we're always imposing our will upon other people, and that just does it quickly. But that's just my view.
Yeah, I don't think it's the same.
I think those soldiers still maybe had a choice, but
Elric,
it's neither here.
what she said there is a core teaching point of the colleges of magic.
Magic is everywhere.
No. That
No.
words are the formation of reality, and that the best speakers, those who are most eloquent, are wizards in their own right. They're not channeling magic, but because words have power, their ability to convince somebody else to a different way of thinking, and basically taking someone who thought A and now making them think B, literally changes their soul. It just takes, for some, more time than it does others. Some can do it very quickly because they're charismatic. Leopold's a good example of that. He's a charismatic guy. When he wants to get someone convinced to his way of thinking, he's very good at it, which, according to some college theorization, is effectively the same as casting a spell on them. They had one way of thinking. Along comes the person who says some words, and they now do something completely different. And the College of Magic, Volan's lesson on it was that spells that make people do other things are the most dangerous because they change character. They make people do things that they wouldn't do before. Bright College has much of it. You can make someone angry. You can make someone particularly aggravated or enervated in a particular way. And what you're doing is you're distilling the entirety of a speech that may take 20 minutes into 2 or 3 sounds. Bam! Hits instantly, and everything that could have occurred is siphoned down into a very, very small amount. So that's oddly, well, she wasn't bringing it up as that, core college teaching is that words have power, and that the words that you use are effectively distilled power, given extra focus with the winds of magic that turn it into something more powerful.
Would the argument be is that then that magic is forcing someone, whereas Leopold's magic is
Both. Now,
telling them
the college
this is
believe
the
it's the
right
same.
thing.
The college believe it's the same. They
Is that
believe
whether it's
that.
spell is
Because
effective
we
or
ask,
not?
and Alan and Ruth will continue.
But that's the college view.
But Alan and Ruth will continue. We don't expect Leopold to use his words lightly. We don't expect you to cast your spells lightly. We don't expect you to administer treatment on a whim. We wouldn't expect Ume to bind someone to pretend to be a chicken for the rest of their life. But if they sign a contract with us, and the contract says they will serve us, and they mean not to, then if she has a ring that makes sure they follow a contract that they are agreeing to, I see no difference. If she tricks them, that's on her. But if they come to work for us and they plan to betray us, then I absolutely would use the ring.
So I didn't mean
but-
to get into this
yeah,
again because
exactly.
we're moving on. But
And part of the issue was that we thought there may be other consequences that we weren't aware of in terms of binding souls and spirits. And
And
so
I am a little worried about that, but I had to think about it last night, and I would feel terrible if we didn't use it and one of you was hurt. So I would rather risk my soul or whatever for that.
it's also you may be risking their souls as well.
Yes, but in that
but if they're
example,
not good,
But you
they're
also
probably given their
but
souls.
you may be risking their souls even if they are good because we don't know what the other
You know
fates
what
are.
they've done.
I do. So
It's,
yes,
So
Do you have any proof to that hypothetical?
No.
Says Greta.
No, not at
Not
all.
at all. That's the point. We're meddling with something we don't understand.
But she was given it with good conscience by her father. Surely he would not provide something that would endanger everyone.
Greta, I understand that you. I don't know when you met
But
my father.
endanger soul is quite different too.
Yes, but he doesn't care about the souls of the other ones, and he believes my soul is made of.
So what do we call
Stronger
an
stuff.
endangering soul? Are you saying that through its use that some might fall to darker powers?
No, that perhaps the magic has a cost, or that it binds us more than just our words, or I don't understand how it works.
You all right, fella?
Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I just thought we were going on a pilgrimage.
I mean,
That's all.
Well, your legs still need to be. Give it a moment, and your leg will be right back up there. But it's just enough for this conversation.
Anyway.
Like I said,
Just feels like this conversation gone on longer than intended.
It matters to her. Says, well, it's not long enough if she needs to resolve it in her own soul. She clearly isn't happy.
Plus, we haven't covered the other option that's raised previously, which is interesting and useful.
Yes, I remember that I should probably. So if we are going to hire people, let's just make sure that we're there for it. And then yes, let's go for the film.
And you can hand the money or
Yes,
yes,
exactly.
that makes absolute sense.
then I think that makes the decision for us that we go into the city and then come back to see you before we go. Because if you have hiring to do, you'll need to wait to pay them till Lumi's back.
Do you know what makes sense?
So that's
Okay.
I
decided.
think it's more likely you'll have the hiring to do. We won't.
Yes,
Because
but
you're going to need
we'll
to make
need
your
to
way
be
across the
you.
Coolset Hills.
I would prefer you to be there when we did the hiring.
Fair.
I'd also still like to try and find a magister for you, Leopold.
Yes,
Your legs.
It's feeling much better.
It's been a day.
we've got a lot of
walking.
travelling ahead of
Right?
us.
What
Yeah,
was
it's
the
got a
stick in the
stick.
last temple?
Oh, with a stick, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
but
not quite
walking.
walking.
Touches.
Are you dancing?
But the day before I've been carried in a litter.
Dragged. Dragged him.
Well, given time might be tight, is it worth me coming with you when you go into Talabheim? Lucas says, well, I can come in too.
Oh, you'll have
Well,
to
we-
come
we-
in with us. You're coming with us, aren't you?
I didn't know. I was just...
We might not
Am
be
I?
going to a horn club, just to be clear. We might not be going to a horn
Well, then I'm in.
club.
He says,
I think that bad things happen to you when you're not with us. So I think you need to come with us on the pilgrimage.
I'm rather amused that you think bad things don't happen
Yeah.
to me when I'm... I mean, it honestly...
It's more that we have a sense of control over the thing that is happening to you. Realistically, it's more for us than it
He
is for
says,
you.
well, look, I'm in for a fennec. I'm in for the crown. So yes, I say that I come. Fair enough.
Because it depends on your employer.
Yeah, of course you can come with us if you want.
Well, then I'm coming.
So Greta comes into Talabheim with us. We do the hiring and we leave straight away.
Well, there
we've
you've got
got to
the
find it.
temple.
Well, obviously after the pilgrimage bit.
After the main part of being here.
Yeah.
It was a really easy thing to say. A really easy thing to say. The reality of it was not quite the same, however. The Great Bridge that makes its way across the River Talabheim is the first place to negotiate. 3 silvers per leg.
Oh my
What?
gosh.
What?
You get discounted for gaming?
Even gammy legs, I'm sorry to say.
Cut it off.
That includes pets or animals or any equivalent. So if you wish to take your dog with you, that's an extra 12 shillings.
What about if you hold the dog up and it's not
20 shillings.
How many?
Oh,
How
3
many
shillings
shillings
per
per
leg.
leg?
Oh shit, 3.
How many? So with 60 shillings.
There's 8 of us.
Wow.
Just 24 shillings. Plus me pie, 12, so 36.
How does
Oh,
that
yeah.
I'll use a
6 plus 2 is 8.
Yeah.
Not supernumerate.
I'll use a calculator. I'm doing it.
But isn't it 20? There's 8 of us. Times 2 is 16 plus 4.
3 shillings. Oh yeah.
Plus
yeah,
4.
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm,
so 20 times 3 is 60.
I'm
yeah.
assuming we only have 1 leg each.
So it's
Correct.
basically okay, right. I was like, what the
Damn
hell?
it.
And how
I
does
said
that,
it convincingly though.
I've done this maths already. It's right.
and how does that convert from silver into gold?
It's 3 gold.
3 gold.
Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Because meat pie is
Can we
a large
just check
cost.
whether we're getting ripped off?
To get across the
It's a
Wizard's
good
Crossing,
test.
you have a wait.
Mm.
And that wait is, it's not that long, it's about half an hour. Everyone's going up, getting processed and going through. It is, however, the first point where you have a question, because each and every one of them that passes by is asked just a single question. Business? Question mark. Which should be easy.
Before we get there, I guess
Yes.
another question is like, so is our plan that we're not going back to the barge? So we're taking all of our stuff with us?
That's an interesting question to
Because that does mean then,
we're-
like, are we no longer in disguise in our scabby robes anymore then?
Or is
Or
all your
because-
armor just bagged up into a bag or some equivalent?
It's
Let's
heavier
just
and
put it in
harder.
bags.
Heavier
It is.
and harder to carry. Like
Much
that.
heavier and harder.
I've,
But we're
I've
not
been
going
wearing
for
my armor under my pilgrim's robe all this time, so I'm just a very.
Clank,
Least
clank,
convincing.
clank.
I
I'm a
don't.
pilgrim.
I don't clank.
Earlier on,
No, you don't, you're
you
pants.
don't. Earlier on,
Yeah.
that was indeed established.
Yes,
It-
I'm wearing my Knight's Panther on. It
Yeah.
doesn't clank.
It's
That's
the
the
most
thing.
unlikely looking
Unclankable.
pilgrim I've
Yeah.
ever seen. But then she is very tall. She can
I
pull
don't
it
care
off.
what people think.
Yeah, there's not much to. There's not really that much. To
You've no idea how much weaponry
would
I'm
travel
carrying in
slightly.
this robe
You
as
can
well.
carry your armor if you want.
I would have some key books from the library.
Pregnancies for dummies.
Yeah.
You need to carry like your brazier.
Things
your
about
uniform,
souls.
Yeah.
Specifically, transference, end of life / beginning of life things.
Palliative care.
Strangely,
Okay.
a significant amount of that
Yeah,
kind
I
of
thought it would
material
be.
Yeah.
inside Dagmar von
Is there-
Wittgenstein's library.
Is there any books on controlling souls? Like if we're gonna
No, not here.
Is
Not
it
controlling.
is it wise? Just be cautious which ones you take in case you're searched.
I'll take the non-heretical ones.
Yes.
That's really limited down the
Yeah,
amount
yeah,
of books
that's
you're
fine.
taking.
But that's fine.
still,
I'll travel
yeah, yeah.
light-ish.
Yeah, yeah.
The other pieces would be anything slightly Elgu related, obviously.
Obviously, well, your own
Um,
grimoire.
My own.
He doesn't have
Yeah.
one, does he?
No, I've got a grimoire.
it's just empty.
It's just nothing.
It's
in
a
it.
note.
There's no right.
That feels metaphorical.
It's a loose sheath.
Or is it that he can't see it yet?
It's for me to fill it.
No.
Ooh.
It's because he smiles because he has no idea what's going on.
Do you think you'd be allowed to fill it by taking my grimoire at night and just copying from it?
It wouldn't matter. It's an elthery.
I was going to say, yeah, it'd be up.
Oh, yeah.
But he was studying a three, no?
No.
I mean, this magic is fucking impossible.
It's like a foreign
Can't
language.
even write the characters.
273 diacritics. That is how many we use for our elthery. That's ridiculous.
Anything medical.
Sounds good. That, you're going to have to siphon that down to fewer tomes.
That's
I think.
fine. I just want to communicate that I have those with me.
Yeah,
to
okay,
you,
sounds good
So
to me.
later
Love
on,
it.
I'm not scuppered.
The Wizard's Crossing itself is a broad dwarf-made bridge, and a long sky bridge arc. So you're gently going up, and then you're gently going down the other side. Rather amusingly, at the other side, there is a foot tax.
Oh.
1 pfennig per foot that needs to leave the bridge. They did not tell you about the foot tax at the other side. There are several swearing merchants, and it causes a delay. A half hour on one side, it's almost 45 minutes on the other side of the bridge as they're slowly getting processed. Several of them confused. They're allowed to go back over the bridge again if they wish to not pay.
But they've
And-
already paid.
Yes, correct. And a few do.
Well,
Because they don't want to pay the extra single pfennig, it's not very much, but a single pfennig foot tax to get off the bridge at the other side.
well, 2 pfennigs if you've got 2 feet.
Correct.
It's the principle of the thing at that point, isn't it?
Uh,
What if you
there are
walk
a
on your
few,
What if you walk
you
on
know,
your hands?
Very smart.
it doesn't change the number of feet you have.
If it's
No, but
feet coming
essentially
off the
feet
bridge,
coming off the
if you walked on your hands across the whole way across the bridge and your feet were never on the bridge, they
I'm
have to come
sure
off the
someone could
bridge.
give that a go, but none have.
Damn it! I wish I'd thought.
You'd have to know in advance what you
Yeah.
do. Next time.
Next time.
Next time.
I'm gonna get practicing.
Just
on this.
walk everywhere on your hands
Yeah.
from now on.
This isn't as impressive as the.
Or I suppose if you give somebody a piggyback, that would work.
This isn't as impressive as the Ubersreich Bridge.
Oh,
Just
right.
saying.
All the ones in mid
I thought it was.
I've seen the bridge in Ubersreich, and I disagree.
Well, yes, but you don't have to pay to walk across it.
No, you
There you
don't.
go.
Fair enough.
Ergo, every piece of section is now at a valued position. So if it's free, its value realistically is through the roof for the whole bridge. But
No.
now there's this point where each section here is valued, so you need some sort of value out of it. And quite reasonably, I don't feel like I'm getting that value.
Okay. You know you're not from Ubersreich, right?
Oh,
Stop it, children. Has everyone paid up their pfennigs?
I don't have any change.
I don't have any money.
I don't have any money.
Right. Well, I've got enough in this one for 6 of us.
I've got I do have a silver.
Have you got a silver?
I have. My last silver. I've got some.
Oh, 2 pfennigs.
Oh, well,
Lovely.
I'll pay for you.
Oh, okay.
12, 14.
The chap on the other side,
Fine.
his entire discourse is this. Foot tax. Pfennig each. Come on. Foot tax.
Oh,
Foot tax.
we need the pfennigs back.
No change.
Oh, right, fine, take it then. You have your feathers back. We've paid for you.
I give him a stern glare. I don't say anything.
As you go, move on for tax. As his hands out for the next one coming up from behind, you can hear, "This is bloody ridiculous. We've already paid it to the side."
Short change by 4
And he says,
pence.
"For tax, or fuck off. For tax."
Beautiful people.
Yep.
This explains a lot, Elric.
Are you happy
Not
to
gonna
be
lie,
home?
I'm not impressed.
This isn't really my home.
Mhm.
I'm from the area, but not the city.
So are you from inside the crater though?
No,
Yeah. No.
just south.
Further deep.
The south of the crater.
Oh,
So,
so you're not-
if we can imagine,
So you're not
this is
even
the
from here.
30-mile circle of the crater, and the river bends round it. It hits it at one side and then goes all the way around and then flows away. Talabheim itself has a large amount of land on the outside of the crater that is claimed as Talabheim. And you came from that part. In particular, you came back to Taal's Deep, where you were born every year, which is down to the south of the crater. Beyond that, Talagad itself is a large, bustling, trading. It would be unfair to call it a city, although in some parts of the empire it would be called a city. It's more than big enough. There's tens of thousands of people who would call this part of the Talabheim agglomeration home. And it's big, mostly because of the enormous amount of trade that it deals with. The docklands that extend both on the north and the south bank are a significant part, alongside with the warehouses, of where clearly most of the people work. But as you move past the docks at the other side of the bridge and move up into the main town itself, you can see that there's effectively a spine, a main road that leads up towards the Wizard's Way, which makes its way zigzagging up the outside of the Taal Bastion towards a great entrance point at the top. And there is a queue zigzagging their way, even at this time in the morning, for almost half of the zigs and the zags making their way down. People looking to get into the main city itself. You're not sure exactly what you need to have to get into the city because
Oh, we don't
you're
have
just
to
not
pay
sure.
more.
Almost certainly yes.
This is the worst.
Is there another way that we could go?
You
around?
pass by a great long queue on the outside of a whole bunch of shifty looking folks, all of them mostly hunched over, some of them leaning against, smoking against the wall, others looking, let's say, like the clear and obvious peasants they are, many of them obviously labourers, and there's a bunch of foremen at the front pointing at people, gathering them up and going down towards the docks.
Like a hiring
It
fair.
appears to be some sort of
Yeah.
place where locals gather to get themselves some work. There is quite a lot of swearing going on there, and people near the front of the line going, Me! You hire me now! As looked over, fuck you! Turns into a fist fight as you pass your way by. It says, I've got 7 children to feed!
That's all.
Okay, by the time that you're a good 2, 3, 4 minutes past that, he contradicts himself in the distance. I got 9 children to feed.
You must have heard.
As you're making your way up. You pass by many particularly impressive buildings. These are clearly municipal types, some of which have got long queues in front of them. People just waiting, ranging in class from merchants all the way down to lower orders, queuing up to go into certain municipal buildings. You pass by on your way up towards the Wizard's Way multiple examples of the Watch, and they are moving around in frequent and common patrols. They are making their way into the main thoroughfare where you are, out of it, watching over it, in some places standing on small fortified areas looking down, and you can immediately see why Ulrich was referring to them as the dog faces. Each and every single last one of them has a clear wolf's head of Ulrich sitting upon their chest. You know the provenance of this. Leopold knows the stories. The equivalent of the Grand Theogenist, R. Ulrich, used to live in Talabheim because he was ostracized effectively from Middenheim. Eventually, what brought the cult of Ulrich back to Middenheim was a deal where the Middenheim nobility got the cult of Ulrich to swear to vows of chastity, meaning that they would never, ever create an alternate dynasty to the existing noble lines, a separation of cult and state in many respects. Completely separated, where beforehand that wasn't the case and was a cause of some consternation. It also changed the cult forever. where beforehand there was as many women as there was men in the cult. After that, it became a male-dominated cult by an enormous amount. It just changed the tone of the cult completely, all because of a deal that was made by one Grand Duke up in the north for the Ulrich to return from the crater. They had been here for a long time, and the dog faces still carry the allegiance that they had back then, which was they were led by the cult of Ulrich. The guards no longer are led by the cult of Ulrich because that deal came to an end, but they still hold those allegiance and they still make oaths and prayers to Ulrich. Talbaston and the city it hides on the inside is not the city of Taal. It's how it's described, of course, by many. It is, after all, Talabheim, where Taal had his great victory over the dragon. It's the city of the gods. And during the time of the Attilian emperors, that's how they pitched it. We are not like Altdorf, who claims that Sigmar is the most important. We accept all the gods, all of them, which is why Verena, perhaps unexpectedly, is the most important when it comes to the city's laws, because that's what Verena is all about. Of course, it's a city of Verenan-led laws. It does, however, mean that the more Tal-leaning people outside the city hate it. Eventually, you arrive at the end of the queue. It's disappointing. If we can imagine ourselves as tiny, tiny, tiny little people, okay, just these tiny little people making their way up the long zigzag, you can very quickly see it's going to take you, if you were just walking without any delay, a good half an hour to walk all the way up to the main gates into Talabheim itself, at least. But with that queue in place, you might be here until the evening. As the stop hits, and Greta looks up. Lucas is all right. So, I'll purchase lunch when it's lunchtime. Lucas is immediately on. Yep. I can see how long this is going to take. Greta has a completely different view, which is, well, if we're going to enter, and if you're going to, they almost certainly have dispensation for certain people to get through more swiftly, is what I'm saying. There may be an opportunity here for us to skip this queue.
What sort of people?
But I guess we're trying to not draw attention to ourselves as well, because we know there are.
I think
Oh, we are kind of
we're quite distinctive. Like, I get I'm not wearing my armor.
Big white-haired giant.
Yeah, but like
Cloak over her armor.
I'm just naturally broad.
Also,
I mean, I can push us to the top, but
I suppose the position is, as well as technically doing what we're doing with Yume's ring, doesn't necessarily matter. It's the people who are here looking to know who we are. If anything, us saying we are here,
it's
probably
more we might be ambushed or attacked. Is that?
Oh, right, okay.
Yes.
Well, again, if we were aware that that could happen, then, you know.
Trap
well, sixth sense.
Oh, well
surely
done. would. I wouldn't have thought of that, but yeah, trap within the trap.
Is sixth sense pinging?
Just now.
Okay, good.
No,
Totally
sure.
safe.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
so trustworthy.
Place is
So
better.
either
Can
I
your,
can
can
reveal
your family name help us?
it could help, or it could hinder us.
Do we know what kind of people can get up to the front?
I'll just go ask someone.
Typically,
No.
royalty surely can
Yeah.
always jump the queue.
You got your, your outfit.
Greta disappears off into the crowds and starts asking questions as Lucas looks over. I'm not very good at judging these things, but I think we'll be lucky if we reach the front. How can they even do business like this?
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, I guess slowly, probably.
Unless, of course, that the queues are swollen over normal. Maybe this is just abnormal.
Be strange for abnormal queues in winter, though, no?
Yes, it would. We would think so.
It's even worse in the summer.
Maybe that's what all the taxes are for.
What, keep people out?
No,
I-
to justify the fact it takes longer to get in.
Well, maybe.
It does explain why people don't go back to their barges. Can you imagine having to do the queue twice?
When I
No,
was
yes.
last here, there was almost no queue, but we had papers. So, yeah.
While we're queuing, it occurs to me if we're going to be going across land from here, do we need to get winter gear?
Well, that's Yes, I believe that's what the concern was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says,
I hate being cold.
he sighs, I really wish I had a chair. Says Lucas. 5 minutes later, Greta returns. Oh, this is not good. We need papers to get into the city. Papers take over a week to process.
Oh,
So
what's going to happen is we're going to go up to the front. They're going to ask to see our papers. We're not going to have any. They're going to send us down to an administrative building. And she points. I believe it's that one there. You can see the queue.
right.
And indeed, you passed that
Another
queue.
queue, yeah.
Where you can apply for papers. The application goes into the city. It is judged. They check our names off of everything that they've got lists of known criminals and known vagabonds. So it's
Right.
checked against that. And a standard pilgrim's pass allows us into the city for 3 days. And the dog faces apparently ask for papers for literally everyone we don't know. And they ask again and again. So we're going to need them. We're not going to be able to pass through with ease. That gives us 3 days. We can. One nice fellow, name's Hans, he told me that we could bribe our way to a pilgrim's pass. But those are noted with a briber's tax. There's an actual tax for the bribery.
Well, there would be paperwork going
But
to cost as well.
those pilgrim's passes are only granted days leave. So everyone's going to know you bribed your way in if you show this particular pilgrim's pass. It shows that you've effectively wanted to get in fast, and you often want to get back out fast, presumably. If you stay for longer than the day, you're likely to join the court magistrate queues, meaning we're likely to be here for at least 6 months. Because we will have to effectively employ ourselves a lawyer, which incurs debt. If we can't afford the lawyer, they still appoint one to you and you have to pay, which means you go into debtor's prison first. And then you serve whatever sentence the judge gives you. It's one enormous scam to get as many coins out of anyone that's coming to the city as possible. As far as I can tell, a day pass bribing our way to it probably for the best. It's a single silver shilling for a pilgrim's pass, but it takes a week. If we pay a gold and a silver shilling, that's it going through in a day. Next day we can get them.
But
Yes.
what's the
That being the case, I would suggest that perhaps we ply trade. Otherwise, we could probably get some. There's quite a few nobles in town. I can probably get some gold.
all right.
if we have this, pass that is clearly obviously that we've bribed someone, won't we then have to pay more tax because they're like, oh, these people clearly have money?
Yes, almost certainly. It's likely that you will be stung for additional taxes the second it's known. And apparently the dog faces are always looking for people with short-term pilgrim's passes, loosely because they want to keep them in the city for an extra day. Give them to hold out so they have to bribe the dog faces to let them out of the city before they get caught up to the magistrate's loops.
You said Altdorf was bad.
I'm not from here. From the south. I'm from the trees.
So I would suggest this queue's actually pointless. We're probably better just joining into the points down the municipal entry queue.
Right.
Join the municipal entry office. Everybody who wants a pass has to be present, so we can't leave somebody just stay and wait. And the downside, names. They will expect not just a name on the pass, they will ask for names when you pass through. And if you're caught lying, then it's a minimum of a year's sentence.
Right, if you're caught.
If you're caught,
That's key
yes.
detail.
Now, it's an important part. I mean, how can they know? The queue that's here, though, is swollen because they're hiring mercenaries in the city. And lots are coming to provide the supplementary services for that. There's all manner of cooks and carpenters and those who are just looking for a job. Many labourers trying to get into the city.
Do they have to have different papers to go in looking
Each and every
for
one of them
work?
must have, each and every one in this queue's got their own papers. And yes, you need papers to work.
Right.
Well,
But those papers take up to a week.
no, they've got papers already issued to them by somebody who's already
I
inside the
see.
city. So, for example, there's several mercenary companies currently inside the basin of the crater, and they've been issuing out passes at great expense on their part to hire people in from outside. So they've been sending agents out to hire people, giving them papers, and then passing on.
Any
Who's
chance?
Big mercenary group that we.
Yeah,
Um,
I was going to say.
Commander Bernhardt,
Yeah,
the Grudge Brothers.
the great.
Yeah.
Any chance?
Did they have banners? Any?
Aren't they Oh, no, that's different people. Yeah.
Big sword sunburst. It's a well-known banner, but
Sword
there's no
sunburst.
banners out here. So
Yeah.
Oh,
But
right.
we did ask to see if anyone knows if they're in there hiring.
I mean,
I'm the only one I heard of was a group of ogres that are hiring.
yes.
Hiring dinner.
Yeah, actually, there's an issue there because halflings carry triple the tax, and they've been requesting halflings to come in. But every tax that is paid, if you're halfling, you have to pay triple at the moment.
Wow.
There is some form of additional halfling tax.
Because they steal.
And eat a lot.
Is there
And eat
does
babies'
that
arms.
require any kind of prejudice against halflings?
Not
normally?
that he's aware of, Lucy. Yeah.
Is it an idea to still hire people from the queue?
Yeah, no, I was thinking that. We go,
Yeah.
because these are mercenaries looking for work, so why don't we just get the ones down waiting for their papers downstairs? You looking for work? Yes, I am. Okay, do you want to do it without getting your papers? Yes, I would, because that costs money. Is that that seems like a resource that we could exploit? Yes?
Yeah, that was.
There are many people selling papers throughout the city, some of which are illegal, some of which aren't down in Talagad. I know several have bought papers from those who are mercenaries that are hiring.
No, I think what we're suggesting is we're looking for the people who are waiting to purchase their papers, who are looking for work, and we say we
Well,
have
we-
got work.
We hire them instead of going into town to hire people.
But we need to go into town to do
Yeah, but they're just,
Yeah,
this
no,
is two
but-
birds, one stone kind of thing.
If we have to wait anyway and stuff, like I'm trying to think.
I understand it, but so we don't leave the city by another entrance. We have to come back out this one.
If
This
we
is
don't go, yeah.
Lucas says this is the only way in or out.
Right, so we're not going out the south somehow.
There
to
is
go
no south to go out. The Taal
Right.
Bastion is
I
impregnable.
misunderstood. I understand what you're
The
saying.
tunnel, and he points upwards. The tunnel that you see at the very top, you can't quite see it but there's a tunnel at the top. It goes through the Taal Bastion and is the only way in.
Right, so we will need to go in, do the pilgrimage, and then come out and leave
By the same route.
By the same route. Right. I did not understand that.
She says everybody that passes through has to give their name and business and how long they intend to stay for. And if you break, they search for you across the city until they find you.
Because they must record you coming out and know that you're due.
According
Very
to
efficient.
one nice friendly dwarf, they keep records for everyone that's been in or out for 500 years and have to because of a deal that they made with the dwarves.
Right, so what names are we going to give?
I'm just going to give my name.
Yeah.
No reason to hide it. You might be.
Oh.
Just give Dr. You can just give Dr. Gerhardt. People aren't expected to have last names.
No, that's true.
Just
Yeah.
be Dr. Gerhardt.
Is that true?
That is who you are.
She nods that would be, I think, accurate.
That's
You
what we
wouldn't
call
be
you.
lying, which I think is important.
I am the doctor.
Yourself, Ben.
Get my TARDIS.
It's fulfilling a different thing.
Okay.
If we're going back, where was the docksides?
It's just
Talagad?
Talagad, well, Talagad is the entire town
And that's
that
where the
you've been set, and with the municipal office is on the edge of that before you head into the wizard's way up towards
You can
the
always
route.
try and see if there's any of my family around, see if they can help anything, but
Maybe they have papers.
I
What
don't
about
even have
Greta? You
papers
don't
on the
need to
ground
come
plan.
all the way into Talabheim if there are people here you can hire for us.
Yeah, I
That's
agree.
what we said.
Yes, I was just confirming
Okay.
Greta had
Okay.
understood that.
No, great idea, Alan.
No, it wasn't my idea.
That's
It's
thinking with
just
your noggin.
Greta hadn't confirmed and that's what she was doing.
So
I was agreeing.
we're going in. Do the
Pilgrimage.
pilgrimage. Horn Club. Come back out again.
If we've time.
Okay, no. Do you know what? We'll go by and not do the and not do the horn club.
You can do the home club if you like.
No, it's fine. You do. Well, it's all right. We don't have to go.
If
It's fine. I'm not
I-
forbidding you.
No,
I'm not
I
your
know.
father.
I know.
let's say,
oh, you are.
how
Different
long
kind
did
of
you
fun.
say the papers take? A week, even for the pilgrim.
Yeah.
Normal papers, yeah.
Normal papers take a week, but you can bribe them to be done within a day. They clearly have the capability to do it within a day, it's just they don't. They basically create, as far as I can tell, they have two piles, those that are willing to wait and those that are willing to pay.
Yeah, it's
And those that are willing to pay get done first.
sort of a bribe. It's an expediency fee.
Absolutely.
But we're going to have to stay here
But you have
overnight.
to pay the bribery tax as well.
Yes.
But we're going to have to stay here overnight.
And so that was my
In
question.
Talagad, yes.
Can we sleep in this area? Are there places?
Oh, there's all manner
Okay.
of places in Talagad. Yes, it's worth noting though that most of the dockside places are, from what I tell, rather seedy. However, some of those on the outside of town are quite nice. But we'd have to go back across the bridge to get to the barge,
Oi.
which would be another 3 gold.
If there are any gods walking the earth, I fully believe they'll all be in Talabheim because they'll have come here and got stuck in debtor's prison in a maze of laws. That's where they'll all be.
Maybe that's where Gamma is.
Yes.
Never ascended, he just got stuck.
He got stuck. He had to pay taxes by pawning Gamma. Sorry.
It's there.
Did some shitty window display.
Galmaraz!
The Dago star stuck on it.
All right. So we're paying the tax then. We can't wait a week.
So we're sleeping here in the queue.
No, we're
No.
sleeping in a little inn in Talagad.
Right. Good.
Which will also cost money.
But
Yes.
Meat Pie doesn't need papers, does he?
If he's going in, yes.
What? So we have to play a pilgrim. He gets a pilgrim thing.
No, he wouldn't get a pilgrim's pass. He would get
pass.
no, I think it's a domestic animal pass.
Okay.
And they cost.
Adapt.
This is
Keep
why
him with
I looked down on him. This is why I
Give
leave
credit.
you behind.
He's a
dogs.
working dog, isn't he?
Yes.
There might be a cheaper option.
Yeah,
Or
but then
more
she
expensive
might be
Yeah.
charged as a working person.
Is there an
Yeah.
emotional assistance animal pass?
I don't think such a thing exists.
How is
so wait.
anyone horny by the end of this?
Anything
I
to
don't know,
get.
this seems like
You-
it's designed to build up frustration.
Yeah, you paid a lot. You're gonna fuck your brains out.
You're gonna get your money's worth. Right?
Father,
I hate this
could you maybe help me put the word out and see if there are any of my family around?
Sure.
Because I feel metagaming. I feel it's gonna be gossip test.
And
Way better.
also I can have a little earwig as well. Yeah, sure, I can ask around.
So we have ourselves a couple of issues. Number one is, are we going to go instead queue for the pass? Are we going to do that first? Or are you going to go off and do other things before
Why
you
don't we
queue
keep
for the
some
pass?
people in the queue?
No, we all have to be there, remember?
Oh, you have to be there when
The
you...
queue's gonna take ages.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to be
So we
there
can
so
take
someone
turns.
can keep your place.
Okay.
That's why we brought neighbors along.
Because there's a queue
Space villain.
to bribe to pay for the pass.
As it turns out, though, when you're there, it's a bit more complicated than that.
Right. Okay.
Queue holders.
Worst.
Do we have to do
No,
this one?
it's not necessarily bad.
I am getting close to call the cavalry.
Do we have to do this?
It's not the worst time. Yeah.
Queue holders.
Fate point.
Queue holders are effectively young men and women
I'm
who
not
stand
paying
in
for
the
a queue
queue
holder.
in your place and are the only ones allowed to replace someone else's point. You can't hold a queuing spot for someone else.
It's all
In
efficient.
fact, as the queue holder proudly proclaims, because well, it's my job, isn't it? He says, it's a 10-year sentence if you queue jump.
I was really fucking proud from Talabheim.
Yeah, but your
And now
friends.
it's just like
Now you understand why your family hates the city.
vile.
A 10-year sentence, which you can pay yourself out of. He
Oh, yeah, of
says,
course you can.
Do you remember? Which I got robbed in Altdorf and immediately hated Altdorf. This is the same thing. It's just slower.
This is worse.
They're robbing you with a smile.
How much
Is the
does
queue
this-
quit smiling?
much do
Probably
you
not
cost?
smiling.
he says, it's a silver an hour.
An hour?
How long
says,
do you think this queue will last?
You can tell. It pops up at the moment. There's somebody standing at the top. Okay, and he's changing small numbers, and the queue at the moment is 5 hours 20 minutes.
Wait, hang on. If we can pay to expedite getting a pass, there must be a way to pay to expedite the queue as well.
Says that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Says you can't make it go faster, but you can pay for us to stand in your place. But you'll need to be here when we get to the front. If not, we get employed by someone else.
No way to get faster.
At the moment, 5 silver shillings. I can hold your place.
Oh, so you count for all of us. We don't need to buy an individual for each of us. Oh, well,
absolutely.
that's a bargain. Right here.
It says,
No, you.
now, between you and me, that timer there, it's always off by about half a bell. So I would be
4.
here. I would be here in about 4.5 hours if I were you.
Right.
Pay for the full 5 though. That means I'll get to the front because if my time runs out, I have to leave the queue.
Do you give change?
Well, if I have it,
Do you have
change?
what of?
How much?
Hold
is
on, I've got silver.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
How many? Five?
5 silver.
This
It says, I can't make it any less. We can't bargain. There's a tax on any bargaining.
No,
Makes it more expensive.
It's fine.
He
You're
says,
just doing your
I'm
job.
not sure
Yes.
that this is a
You're very
city
fine,
at all,
Tom.
really.
When did you lose your passion for life?
he says, I think you'll find I'm very passionate about my job. And he says, there is not a queue that I will not wait in on your behalf.
I've got exactly 5 silver shillings.
He says, thanks, would you like to give me a tip as well?
No.
He says, there's no taxing on the
Yeah,
tips.
that's
He says,
fine.
there's taxing on the tips elsewhere. I'm just saying.
But if you only have to stay in it for
the
4
tip-
hours, you already have a tip.
Yeah, the tip will probably be
Here
back
is a
early.
tip: change vocation. Leave this place.
He says, oh, look, I'm the one who's taking the coin here. He says, I think I'm doing quite well out of this. He says, right, what's the name of your party?
Stormjagers.
Lovely.
Stormjagers.
So we are abandoning secrecy.
He says,
Give me a second while I put my armor on.
Are any of you able to write now?
Yes.
Very good,
All of
yes.
He says, well, if one of you could write that here.
I'll write it.
He says, takes that and holds himself a little wooden sign.
So do you
As
stay
legibly illegible
on
as
this
possible.
side of that?
Oh, I never go into a town. It's too expensive. No one goes to town.
Because you need a permit to go in as well.
Of course I do.
Okay, so like living here doesn't like.
Do you think I'd go in to see my wife and children? He said, it's cheaper for me to just put the money in the bank and then they take the money at the bank at the other side.
Oh, this place is
Gosh.
the worst.
Nice way, city.
And he says, no, I never get to see my wife. He says,
Some people
I
like
have the
their
best
wives.
job in the world.
Right, I shall
He
write
says,
it.
he says, here's your token.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
mind
paid,
that.
so he passes it over to you. You'll need that to claim the sign. Who's written Stormjagers in it? Very florid.
Very not legible.
Yes.
Yeah, so florid. So many curlicues, it could be almost anything.
Okay, very, very pretty. There we are. As he holds it up, and he says, "I'm not like one of them fellas over there." He says, "Look, I hold it up.
One of those fellas
Great.
over there.
Pride in my job." He says.
But I don't seem so bad.
Right,
now.
let's go. Let's go get fleeced somewhere.
There must be agitators around here, right? There's no way this could exist. without
Probably a
people.
tax on fucking.
Agitators.
Tax on opinions.
Yeah.
Tax on dissent.
Do you have a
There
recommendation?
is
Placard tax.
in that you're only allowed to speak in a public place if you've got yourself the correct piece of paperwork to do it. If not, the dog faces just run you off.
Oh.
I mean, that feels a little contemporary.
Yes.
That's
Stop ruining my whole
A
life.
little bit of politics, a little bit of politics.
Does our Q man have a recommendation for an inn that he thinks
Well, it depends what you want, young lady.
somewhere I don't have to worry about getting like my stuff stolen during the night would be nice?
Comfortable.
No.
clean.
He says, hold
Yeah,
on.
there's some lovely places in
I think ideally we'd like fucked, but not taxed.
Says, it's going to be hard for you.
I'm getting the sense.
After all, there's a good fuck tax.
What about a bad fuck tax?
There's one of those too.
Right. Which one's more?
Well, it depends entirely on how important the fuck is to you.
Right. Interesting. And is it per
Oh,
thrust
stop
or-
it. Stop.
We're not that callous.
Can we,
It's not though, right?
No, it's not.
so
Per spurt.
we'll get some food while we wait.
Yeah. We'll go
And we
do a
want to
little
The little chitty chat.
well.
Grunfelds.
Poke boat.
So, let's cover this loosely. We have ourselves several hours to burn. You two can pop off and do your thing. You can have yourself a bit of the old foodsicle. Is there anything that anyone else wants to do while we're waiting?
Are we looking for people to hire?
Makes sense.
Kind of
Do you want to go do that? Do you want to go
So
do that?
you'll-
Will?
yeah.
Okay, that sounds good.
Somebody looking
right.
for an inn for the night as well.
We just asked.
Yeah, so let's boil this down to the important stuff. First, grabbing yourself a bite to eat. That's going to be the cheapest alternative to begin with, which is on the streets. There's all manner of hawkers, and they do indeed have taxes.
Don't
Okay,
eat hawk.
several of the people who are hawking food actually have tax-free licenses, which means their food is cheaper.
Right.
Others don't have the tax-free license. They have paid less to sell their food. So their food is thus, by the very nature that they're selling it, more expensive, because at the end of the night, they have to provide a tax for all the food they started with, not that they sold. Meaning that they need to get their food out there. So often they'll cut their own prices down just to ensure that they can pay the tax at the end. Yeah, it's a place. The tax-free food, though.
Who wrote this? Out of games. Who wrote this? Is this you? Did you write this place?
No, I did not.
Who did this?
T.S. Looker, I'm looking at you.
Whatever his Twitter handle is,
Son of a
whatever his socials are, like fucking let's blast him up there.
T.S. Looker.
Absolutely not.
I
I will
what?
fucking find
I
you.
think I've just had a fucking epiphany.
I'm
Right.
going to have to cut that one and send it to T.S.
The whole purpose of this campaign is to convince us that the Empire is not worth saving. And we should just let the hordes of chaos burn it to the ground. Because Altdorf is awful, Middenheim is awful, Talabheim is
Just
awful.
wait till you get to Null. It's amazing.
None is amazing. I do love it.
None is lovely.
But he'll find a way to ruin it for us
It's
too.
true.
You won't get to go!
Who's getting the papers? Because you've
We're-
all
We all
just...
are.
Well,
Everybody
we're
has to go
We're
back.
coming
to
back.
Oh,
We're all
Have
doing
to all
separate
be
bits.
Coming back in
And-
4 hours.
Less than 4 hours.
Did
I would
Greta
say.
No, less
say...
than 5.
Yeah, but I
Hold on.
Okay.
Did Greta say it still takes a day for the bribery papers?
Yeah, we have to stay the night here.
So
now.
why do we just pay for the queue?
You paid for the queue into the to get papers, not into the queue
actually
to go
get
into the
papers.
city.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you've got a 5-hour wait before you can basically
You
get
can
the
get the
interview
papers.
for
I
your
thought it was the
papers.
same queue.
Yeah, it's a different queue. This is the queue down at the municipal.
This is the pre-queue
office.
queue.
The pre-queue
Yeah.
queue.
This
And
is
you're
what
now
ticket has done.
so to begin with, a nice simple easy meal, and then you can all split off and do your own things.
It's like ashes in our mouths.
It
It's like-
is a little bit. So let's cover each of those pretty swiftly. Number 1, Grumfelds. Grumfeld is a name in this city in the same way that, I don't know, Smith is a name in the UK. It's a very common one. And there are multiple levels and different types of Grumfelds. So it's the top tier that we're looking for, who may be interested in the fact that there is somebody from the Grumfeld line
Scion.
who's a wizard, an important potential member of said family on the outside. Will it be worth approaching them? And the answer to that is, yeah, let's go with the gossip test. I like that for you two. You can assist as well,
I
which
will
is
attempt
good.
to assist.
Yeah, and you may.
3 successes.
7 successes.
I
That
helped.
makes- do you have the assistant's talent that allows you to add more than 1 success? No. So okay, so that's 8 successes. That's good. No, that's good because that provides us with key information. And you spend yourself a good 2 or 3 hours wandering around, checking out many of the local eateries. It is fair. What he warned you is true. Of most of the eateries, Talagad is different to Talabheim itself. Much less horn clubbing going on out here because they're putting more of a face on for many. But equally, they're putting on the face on for many. So some of them lean into it hard in an attempt to try and get the business that Talabheim would normally
Yeah.
be getting, but on the outside with the
Like
I expect
little
in the-
Talabheim.
Yeah, and in the same way that people will get trapped in Talabheim, like people will pay to cross the bridge and then get trapped in Talagad
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
well. So
yeah, totally.
It's like terminal.
And most of them have some form of performative coitus going on somewhere. It's often hiding in the corner.
Just a coincidence.
Hiding off in a corner, and some of them are much more enthusiastic about their work than others. Some of them are clearly doing it because they've been paid. It's their job. They turn up, they screw in stage, they fuck off.
We're giving them a license for
they,
that.
they fuck on, they fuck off.
Absolutely.
Yeah, indeed.
Probably.
And yeah, there's charges, and licenses, and other things.
Discharge.
There's also that.
To lower the tone, Ed.
This is as low as it goes. It
We're
could
already
not
having
be
the
lower.
worst possible time. Let's make some jokes.
But the Grumfelds are a known quantity. And there is, I think, a few key pieces of information that are worth passing on. Number 1, the Grumfelds are currently the employers of Golfag's man-eaters, a large group of ogres on the inside. Why? Because they are preparing to invade Middenland. And they're intending to use the ogres to do this, because ogres literally could give zero fucks about where they're invading.
Yeah.
And according to the rumor mill, the south of Midland has already capitulated, and effectively is just waiting for them to arrive.
Which we sort of explain what we saw with the banners and stuff.
Yeah, it does sort of match what you've half learned already. The ogres are on the inside and have camped out up in the north of the city, somewhere to the north in the big fields up there, which are all owned by the Grunfelds. So they've basically given over some of their land for them to camp out in. And it's Golfag's man-eaters that are doing most of the hiring of soldiers on the inside. And they've just been employing anyone they can get their
Is
hands on.
that for soldiers or is that for fuel?
Who knows?
Right.
They are employing people on the inside. So that's worth knowing. It's not the only regiment.
This is the Royal Grunfeld.
Yes, this is the on the inside.
Yeah.
The Elector Countess is not here. She
Probably Kieran.
she is she is elsewhere. As to where she is, you don't know. It could very well be a queue.
Do you know who I am?
Sorry, there's a tax for that.
Moonfang tax.
Knowledge tax.
Once you're passing.
Yeah.
But would she not usually be?
She would almost always
Yeah.
be here. This, however, is almost secondary to the other general pieces of news, which is that Talabheim is currently under muster. Okay, now what does that mean? It means that there is a specific law that's been triggered. This Weig law, meaning that no weapon longer than your forearm can be taken or borne within the city. Anyone who has such a one is immediately drafted into the Talabheim State Army. And it's because the entirety of Talabheim as a state is declared, because of the Elector Countess, to be in a state of preparation for war. So
Are there exemptions for that?
Yeah, because
there are no exemptions. The only exemption that you can have to carry a longer weapon is to be part of the state army.
So like a wizard with a staff who's on
who
someone
was
else's
employed
orders.
would not be exempt.
Well, he's already under contract.
Not exempt from the stat. You can't come into the city if you
Yeah,
want
you
to
can,
bear
but-
arms.
yeah, you can't
You'd
be
have to leave
drafted.
the arms behind.
Yeah.
That's what you'd have to do. And if, by law, you would be left in a hole. You would just be arrested. Because they couldn't employ you, so they would just have to basically hold you.
Do we have to go to
Would
this
that,
temple?
like, by law?
Yeah,
Do we-
that's
do
what
we
they
have-
do.
Because
They-
when you're
they
already
arrest
employed by
you.
a different
there,
actor
yeah.
council.
Yeah, which they're probably going to war with, so they just arrest you. They wouldn't kill you. Yeah.
This feels like it might be a waste.
Yeah.
The bows count.
Do bows count? Yeah, absolutely.
No, I'm not going to do it here
So
because we're
let's
Republican.
give
not
all
do it,
let's
yeah.
give all the
Yeah,
bits and pieces
we're
first.
fine.
Okay, so you're not allowed to take, but you can go in without.
But there's no religious exemptions. So my hammer's
No
longer
religious
than-
exemptions. There's especially not for hammers. The next one, Sigmarites, if found out for being Sigmarites, carry an additional 5 crown tax for entering the city. Okay, this you also find out, which is enough to make you go, fuck it.
I don't have enough money.
Is there a little like nook in this place we're in, a little snug? Just in case I start glowing. 'Cause I've got an oracle question to ask.
Nuke, as in like from orbit.
It's the only way to be sure.
So there is that also.
There's a reason this is a crater.
The Grunfelds in general are very interested in and are actively giving passes into the city to anyone that joins them in their fight to the north. So if you wish to be employed by them, you could almost certainly approach one of their agents, and you also get their agents. There's at least 4 of them moving through the city, and mostly taverns, and they don't go out and advertise. They just wait for people to come to them. And they're sitting in the corners of taverns, having people come up, negotiate the potential for getting passes, and then giving some, not giving others, telling other people, fuck off, whatever. They, because they are part of the state army of Talabheim, can let anybody in. With weapons or without weapons, because as far as they're concerned, they're employing people directly into their state army equivalent. Golfag's man-ogres, for example, for all their mercenaries, are employed directly by the Grumfelds, and it's part of their state army structure where they're getting slotted into. So their weapons, which are mostly longer than their own forearm, are entirely legal. So that's, loosely speaking, what you find out after all of your time.
Does Elric have any names of the people who would be in Talabheim, like any of the movers or shakers?
The primary person who is behind all of this, what name would you get, though? We're going to go with the one who's doing most of the orders, and she's the one who's doing. So it'll be Talina of House Grumfeld.
Okay. So he would try and relay to one of the agents to kind of...
Well, you've not approached any of the agents yet. If you wish to approach one of them, you can do so.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a decision as to whether you want
speak
to...
to Leopold and just explain what he's going to do. I'm gonna try and arrange a meeting with one of the people inside and tell them who I am and see if we can circumvent all of this. It's worth a go.
Worth a try.
Worth a go. So,
What do you come with?
who else was doing stuff individually? You two?
Sister of the Charm Test.
Me and Greta
And what are you also doing?
Do you want to come with, or are you going to?
Yeah.
So I'll have to.
No, you're not hiring, I don't believe. So I don't think you need, or are you hiring? What is it that you're doing?
We were hiring.
Are you hiring?
we were going to start the process of doing the hiring while we
Sounds
still
good.
have Ume for Greta to
That
check
sounds
that they're
good.
not ripping us off.
But
That's what you're doing. Great.
I actually, I have something that I could do. Just I've got an idea. Something.
Okay.
So you're coming along with them?
No, I'm asking Brody to come and hang out with me.
Ah, right, I see.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Lend us your money,
So
Bertie.
you two then, I'm assuming that you're all...
Warning! Lack of moral compass! Lack of moral compass!
I think that's great. Why do you think I'm pushing for this to occur?
Maybe
So-
take some in
just sit
case
back and
you
relax,
get
folks.
into trouble.
So you two are off looking for,
I've
effectively,
got the token, by the way.
um,
Nobody's getting into that
people
queue
to
without me.
employ to take you over the Coulsa
Yeah,
Hills
exactly.
down
Yeah.
to the south. So you're looking for guides. That's going to
Yeah,
be...
in like a day and a bit. once we're out.
start with a gossip test for you two. Let's also do her. So how many successes each? 13.
6.
3.
Anyone have an assisting talent trait?
I do. I've got supportive, so I can give her 2 successes.
2. Okay, so that's a total of 19 successes.
Wow.
Um,
well done, guys.
Wow.
We're such a good team. I swear.
That's pretty freaking amazing.
Mostly
It's you, a pair of you,
It was
100%. Which turns into a rather seedy inn near the center of Talabheim.
Ume's somewhere like in her
Talagad.
element.
Talagad, pardon me.
Yeah.
A misty, well, it's not misty, it's smoke-filled room that smells vaguely of urine and sick. It's like home.
Don't smell it, they'll charge you for it.
And a rather broken tooth fellow who sits down in front. You've been asking around, looking about, and the problem is that no one's going across because this winter has come early and is quite hard. The general word, as you've been speaking to most, is that Ulrich is preparing for next year and getting everybody to hang in their places and not move because they're mustering. They're mustering. They're not getting to go out and the spies can't cross. There's going to be no spies ruining the war. There's going to be no one crossing lines. It's going to be a big, huge fight. That's the general feel amongst the populace. Which brings you to this guy, who is definitely not using a fake name. Karl Franz. Karl Franz has at least 4 teeth that you catch. He's just like the real one. He's got lank hair hanging down and a face that looks like he once shaved it badly and then let it grow a bit.
Okay.
There's some longer hairs and sprouty bits here or there. However, according to those that you have met, he is the one who would be willing to cross the lines. Meeting him, you begin to immediately doubt or perhaps agree that this is the case. Well, I don't know. If we should be making our way over the hills in the winter, he says, there are soldiers out there what are massacring folk who dare be doing such a thing. They're all deemed to be spies, you see. Now, I've only gone over twice since the snows came down, and both times I encountered soldiers.
Well, third time lucky.
Well, third time is the bit. But your charm falls apart, you know, and you get caught.
Well, you see.
What I'm saying is it ain't cheap,
Oh, right.
young lady. It ain't cheap. As Greta says, how much? Small party, probably a small wagon, because it's likely we're going to be carrying wounded at some part. Oh, cart? Oh, we're a passing. Oh, I don't know about that. How much? She says, well, how much? Well, no, I understand that you are... How much? She says, as the entire room turns around and looks over. Well, I wouldn't like anyone to know I'd be doing business now. No, would I? She says, well, you better tell us how much before I start screaming.
Very good, sir.
Immaculate.
You have
I
to
would
understand.
technically-
You have to understand there is a tax for doing business of this ilk. Well, you better keep it quiet and tell us how much.
It's quiet taxes. Whisper tax.
He says,
Shady business.
I'll take you over for 3 shillings a day. 3 shillings a day.
How long will it take?
Done. Says, done. Or we're what? Done. 3 shillings a day. Done. We're hiring you now. We'll pay today. Right now. Alimony with paying.
How
Oh,
many-
No, I'll pay.
He says 4 shillings a day.
Do you
No,
take
we're
change?
done.
Do you have change?
He says, we're
Actually,
done.
half shillings.
Or
How
you're-
many days?
As long as it takes.
Well, how much should we pay him now?
Give
We
me
pay him every day.
a decent start.
Oh, so we're paying for today. A
Yes.
down payment.
Now, don't get drunk. We're leaving tomorrow, or possibly the next day, or the day after. Who knows? She says, so you're just paying me to stay in the well, it's not such a bad deal after all. Ho, ho, ho,
Why
ho.
don't
As,
you give him,
he
if
says,
it's 3 shillings a day, why don't you give him 1 gold?
no, he gets his 3 shillings. Alimony White, shut your face.
No.
I'll take the gold.
And I say again,
I know.
You know, right?
I know.
You know.
Says, you're going to be in the employ. Says, of Lady Yume. Oh, am I now? Says, lady. Oh, right. Comes his forelock. Says, she never,
Oh,
ever accepts a deal that's not shaken on. Oh, really? Dirty hand. Hey. Says, but I never break my word.
Never break your word.
Never.
Counting on it.
He does not intend to trick you with the deal that he's made.
Oh, so it doesn't.
And
give him
you
gold.
immediately feel the sensation that he appears to be above board. Greta looks at you, waits for some sort of affirmative.
Yes.
Does it come? She
Days
says,
wink.
and smiles and says, I'm very glad to have met you, Carl Franz. We will see you tomorrow at this exact establishment at, let's say the 11th bell in the evening. We may need to leave late. Or late? Says, we're going into the city first, and who knows what will occur tomorrow. Well, I'll be here. Good. Enjoy your crowns. Coins. This is going to get very expensive. We need to type you out.
I was thinking, by the way, if I count the time myself when we do the paperwork, isn't that gonna make them like the pilgrimage? I have to pay more
They're
money.
not going to know who you are.
But
Just say one name.
Just put your name. Okay,
okay,
that'll do.
sure. I
And
guess.
they'll take a
I
description.
mean, technically, I'm exiled, so
Yeah, I doubt it'd be much of a problem.
I didn't work without gold.
Did.
mm,
Meanwhile, what is your plan with the good Lady Birdie?
I'm curious. Look
And
at that
is it worth
twinkle.
doing
That's
after the break?
disturbing.
because it's already.
I think I did
Where
have
are
a
we?
comment
Bit 10.
on that, I
No, we'll
read.
get this part. I reckon this
Okay.
part we
short
short.
take long.
So what's the plan?
Oh,
No, I just said that to beat the rest of them out, and also so they would give us some space.
Oh right, okay.
I've
Nice.
I've honestly just wanted to speak to you for a while, and then if there hasn't been any point sort of one-on-one. How do I? I'm just going to start, and then I'll get to the end, and then you can say how you feel about it.
Okay.
So I'm obviously a vessel for a soul, which is technically a thing which has the memories of the thing that I am. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And technically, I think I was built.
Seems likely.
Yes, and technically, you were built, right? The way that it works.
I don't know. There's just two schools of thought. I may have been born and used as a trick.
Okay, well,
But, you know, to all intents and purposes.
yes, and I know that the memories I have are Gerhardt's memories, and technically they're not mine, but also then who are you if you're not made up of the memories of the things? But
Mhm.
it doesn't feel right anyway. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, do you you had that large rat, the very angry one, who shouted a lot at you and everything, and how that all worked out. And you said that was some sort of, I guess, thing closest to family sort of thing going on.
Yeah.
Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is, I don't really know if I have memories of a family, but I don't have a family.
Yes.
And I don't know. I think because we were sort of created in the same way. I know I'm technically a book and a person or something strange like that. Would you like to be my family, or would you?
Her face sort of flushes and her eyes get a little bit teary. Just like, nobody's ever asked me that.
Well, I like you. I think you're, even though I know I'm going to go around the houses about things, but you're very straight and you say what you feel, and I like to think I do say what I feel when I can get it out. Or, well, no, that's a lie. That's a falsification. But fuck it. So I guess, sister, would you like to be my sister?
I would really love that.
Okay,
Yeah.
that would be nice.
That's so nice.
But that's it.
And we bring ourselves.
Yes.
I genuinely thought he was going to propose. I genuinely thought that's where that
To
was
his
going.
own
first.
sister?
Before the sister thing. I thought that's where it was going. I was made, you were made.
And as we head into the break, we leave two of our party heading off finding various secrets about the Grunfelds. Another two finding themselves wandering the streets of Talagad as it turns out that Greta is about to whore out Alamenowai.
She's got a chalice. She's got a cane. She
And
stole
is
your
approaching
cane.
a host of would-be very rich people. And perhaps unexpectedly, a hug between two of the least huggable, most hug-like people,
Just hug.
both of whom avoid that sort of intimacy.
That's what we did.
Yeah. Hugging. With tears streaming down
Lucas is just behind us.
her face. And Gerhardt looking deeply uncomfortable about the whole thing.
Oh.
But also smiling.
Hello, I'm Ed. I play Gerhardt. This is LAWhammer. It's the break. While you're on break, go over to our Discord. Follow that stuff. Like if you're watching this on YouTube. Is there a break on YouTube? Yeah, there's a break on YouTube. I'm a break on YouTube. If you have the time and energy and cash, go over to Patreon. A large portion of that's free. Rules, maps, some nudie photos of me hidden somewhere. Yeah, that's right. Go check it out. And then behind the paywall is the nudie photos of everybody else. Lovely stuff. Enjoy the rest of the show.
That was an interesting thing for you to walk into. Pretty convinced she said, I'm sitting on the cock chair.
As if I don't want to be sitting
yeah.
in the cock chair.
Don't
Thank
be like,
you
well,
very
if
much.
elves aren't your thing, I've got a pregnant girl in the back.
What a way to come back after the break. I'm not even...
Hey, don't kink shame.
What's actually
we're
happening?
opening that LAWhammer to every desire.
It's true.
Gerhardt. Hello. And Birdie.
Yes.
Make their way to the closest inn that doesn't look like it's going to charge them a bajillion crowns, for everything. And indeed, it's a relatively large, off at the side of the town of Talagad, tavern with a cat showing with a bunch of tails hanging out of it at the back for you to head into, where you're all going to be hopefully meeting with everybody else later.
Okay. Excellent.
The first to arrive at the pre-organized location is Yume. They're sitting drinking in the corner of a large smoky tavern. This one has got all manner of small side alcoves, and there's somewhat of a ruckus going on in the middle where somebody is standing on a table telling a tale that apparently involves, as you pass by, troll urine.
Apparently good for keeping
Something.
beasties
other
away,
trolls,
right?
I think.
Like,
Yeah,
we
quite.
got a
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
As you pass your way past that and find Birdie and Gerhardt in the corner, Lucas is currently up at the bar, purchasing another round of drinks and having an argument. No, we have our own mugs. I mean, it's a thing that don't you do that here? Is there some sort of mug tax? You hear him say, whilst on the other side, no, is the reply. I heard you didn't say yes or no. That's what I was told. As he picks up
I
tankards.
think Lucas is having a breakdown.
As he brings back.
Again.
They want us to use their steins.
Oh.
Did they charge us more for it?
No, we have to bring them back.
How dare they?
Okay. Right. Strange.
This is very strange.
The whole place is strange. I don't understand it.
I mean, you can pour it into your own if you would like after.
I am. I mean, who knows where this thing has been? How many people have drunk from it? It's unsanitary.
Into our Chaffin festivals.
Yeah.
Pours it over.
that have never been watched.
Hey,
It's our
that's just
debt.
accumulated flavor.
Listen, I've fallen into many a river. It's been washed.
Washed, contaminated. I mean, raw sewage in the rivers. I'm just saying.
Isn't this sort of place? I don't know where. I know you're sort of stepping away from that kind of environmental part of your life, but isn't this what your sort of crooked fingers would sort of deal with? You know, overly complex stealing of money or taking money from other people, moving around.
Well, so the crooked fingers would probably just play a prank on the noble orchestrating it.
Right.
Weren't really into the whole fixing the actual issue
Right.
part of things.
Yeah. Okay. I see.
It was
Not
more like-
administrators, exactly.
Yes, it was more teaching a lesson to the nobles in hopes that maybe they'll learn their ways, but they never did.
Okay. Well, because the problem is when your laws are linked to a fine or a tax, if you've got the money, it's not really a law, is it? It's just a law for the poor people.
But that's the same everywhere else. Hard is just less apparent.
Don't think that's true.
I mean, there's less taxes for things, but
Yes.
in the same way that like nobles can only be, charged for crimes by their family and stuff
Very
like.
useful, that one. Yes.
But because nobles
I
have
haven't
money
tried that one yet.
and power.
No, I suppose you actually can technically get away with anything because I don't think your father exists. In the same way.
Be the head of her household is
Yeah.
the one who's responsible, not necessarily the father.
Oh,
the
right.
Head of the houses.
I've
It
been
just
adopted.
happens that
The
your
head of the household is also your father.
Yes.
I see. I
Mine's,
always.
mine's a very grumpy Helstein who really doesn't like me.
So
Mm.
really, you should stay out of trouble because anything.
Spoil things for me. Fine.
Lucas says, no, not to be that fellow, but Has she done another one of her disappearing acts? Did she kill Greta?
No, they're just getting us some more funds.
You say the word Leopold.
Funds, right. Why aren't you helping him? Is it not theft? And then he ducks down as if to say, I might have said that too loud. This inn as a whole is far too noisy. No one's hearing anything. But the very fact that he said something that could be construed as illegal immediately has made him go, oh.
I mean, unfortunately, it's worse.
Wow, judgy much? What do you mean?
Not because of the act itself, but because she told you to do it. Like you're some kind of.
What? Wes?
What? Tell us.
Greta
We're
is,
not here, right?
Like getting elemental wives to sleep with people.
She's pimping her out. Sorry, she's pimping her out.
Yes.
What?
I believe.
Lee said, but she's a princess.
Yes, and I tried.
And he looks around as if someone might have heard.
What? I tried to disagree at the time, but I know I seem fine with it.
She always does. Odd.
And well, it's very different. So
Is that why she's got so much money?
Well, you would know, Gerhard.
well, yes.
Is that why she's got so much money?
No, I got it from Spengler.
You're not there!
I mean, not always, I don't think.
It might be.
But, I mean, she is very pretty. Like, if anyone was gonna do it,
Quite an enjoyable ride.
I don't need to know that, Gerhard.
TMI.
Well, look,
Really?
well, if you must know, I thought.
I mean, did you have to say it out loud?
Yeah,
Like an experienced shagger like yourself.
well, the way I sort of saw things is I was technically something new again, and I thought, well, why not just try everything at least sort of once and knowing how why this.
That sort of thinking can lead you to a very dangerous place. There's lots of things you shouldn't try once.
Well, no, I agree with that, but like previous. So the memories of who
An
I was.
uproar comes from the center of the tavern, drowning out your voice for a moment. As in the middle, hands are popping up, and others are shaking their heads. One dwarf shouts, "Fuck off! Shit story!" As laughter all around. The barkeep looks over and goes, "No, his drinks are free." And the chap jumps off the table, arms up in the air, and moves over and grabs a big tankard.
Play a game. See who tells the best story. Apparently you get.
Well, drinks are well, I should probably stop this one, and I'll actually just tell them in a minute. But suffice to say,
So I'm a clone of a noble.
Once upon a time, there was a clone of a noble.
It's made by Beastman.
I don't know.
And
In a
sold,
library.
On second thought,
Yeah.
maybe we shouldn't say
and then
anything.
sold by a wizard.
Please. No.
As a tale starts being told over in the corner, and bits of it start drifting over to where you are. It clearly involves a tattoo that moves. And it's enough that silence sort of falls around your little table. A tattoo that moves, you say? As silence also falls around him as he tells his tale of the tattoo that went from fellow to fellow to fellow. Wow. Says, well, let me explain. Says, you'll all think I deserve a free drink after this. And he starts telling his tale and cut down his details. It does involve a tattoo, and it involves this man himself, who encountered the man with the tattoo. It was sitting on his face right there. The next time I saw him, he didn't have it. I asked him, where did your tattoo go? And he said that he'd done the thing to get rid of it. Because you don't want to be carrying it. There's certain things you have to do, though, to get rid of it. And at that point, in walks those two. Elric and the father, who hear a voice off in the corner discussing tattoo, get rid of it. As you glance around, they're over there. Yeah, they're definitely over there. You can almost feel Birdie's aura. It's drowning out those around her. as you come in, knowing everything that you know concerning the Grumfelds and the local disposition of apparently some imperial state forces.
Did we get a meeting arranged?
Ah, the meeting. We'll cover that in just a second. As you make your way over.
Does the storyteller happen to mention what the tattoo looks like?
Nope. Hasn't said a thing yet about what it looks like.
Can I ask?
Yeah,
You'd have to go over and ask.
I will.
do it.
There's a crowd of about 30 around.
Well, I'm taller than all of them.
Yes, you are. They're all sitting down. I'm sitting about as you make your way over to where you two come over and sit.
That's my sister.
You are here to meet the said man. He is apparently here and wears a green hat. And will be noticeable for his green hat as you sit by where they are. And that'll be him. He's watching also the tail as Birdie just goes, excuse me, passes straight past you. And the chap sitting in the corner says, so I asked him, what did he have to do? What did he have to do? I mean, did he go to a tattooist? Did he know a special technique? Was he some sort of Manan fella? Where the gods themselves have shown a way to remove deeds of the past? Because that's what lots of folk get tattoos for. To mark a deed or an important point of the law. And he said, no. No. He just had to kill someone. Or to get rid of it. Specific someone. Well, I said, who was it? He said, I'm sorry, mate. It was your sister. Everyone around. My sister. How could it be my sister? I said. I saw her just 2 nights ago. And he nodded. She's dead now, mate. So I did what any regular fellow would do. I tried to hit him. But I couldn't. Because my fist swung on the back of my hand. It was a tattoo. A tattoo. I hadn't gone to no tattooist. I ain't done nothing, but there it was. And as I looked at it, as I swung, my fist held. And he just shook his head at me. Sorry, mate, he said. You can't hurt me, because I once had a tattoo. It's yours now, the only living relative of the girl. Now, the only thing you can do is either get rid of it or not. But if you don't, sorry, mate. You're going to be seeing things. And I said, what? You look around, you'll probably see him in the room somewhere. And I did. It was just a fella in the corner. I didn't know he was anything important. How could I? And he was just looking at me. Looking at me. And he said, I heard his voice right at that point. All you need to do, said this fella, all you need to do is call Clara Schwartz, 4-year-old. Oh, seriously, I can't be doing that. And the little fella smiles and says, that's all right. Every day you don't, someone dies. You might know them, you might not. But someone will die. And then the other fella chimes in, you can see him, can't you? And I said, well, that fella. And he turns around and looks into space and says, there's no one there. There ain't no one there. He's telling you to kill someone, isn't he? It might be a she. Is that a she? I said, it's just a young fella. He says, it'll be different next time. Wherever you go, people will die. I said, well, this is rubbish. This ain't true. And he just nodded, nah, it's true. I didn't last long. And every time he kills someone, he doesn't tell you this, but he breaks a bone in you. Make it harder. Until eventually, you're dead. So I asked him, how many bones? He said, Well, some of them I barely felt. A day passed and someone died. I didn't hear about it. Apparently there's bones in my ears, bones in my body that I don't normally use, that I don't even think about. Once he cracked me skull. Oh, it hurt, but it wasn't so bad. When he did me arm, the pain. Every day he asked for the same person, and every day someone close to me would die. I went and lived like life of an hermit. He says, it don't work. People come. I was like, I'm not doing this. Someone said, but you must have. You ain't got the tattoo in your hand. No, I don't. He says, and rolls up his sleeve. His arm is almost a zigzag of an arm.
Oh.
I can barely use this arm anymore. With me, he just did it on the one arm every day. Nowhere else. Same arm every single time. Can't even use this hand anymore. I lasted for 10 years. And I added that up. And it was on the 10th year that I realised 4,000 people had died because of me. I didn't even know who this girl was. So I frantically tried to find her. Eventually I did. She was just some peasant girl. I mean, she had the name. That's all that mattered. I mean, I'm not saying I killed her. But her father and I had a chat afterwards. Her last living relative. I mean, I had to tell him what he was in for. I had to. As one of them says, well, it's horrible. Well, why didn't you just let it kill you? It doesn't let you die. I talked to it once. It said it would keep me alive for as long as it took. I had to get away. I had to. And over by the bar, the innkeeper shouts, well, is that story worth a free drink? Silence. The other side. Silence.
It's the worst story anyone's heard in their life.
It says, you know the rules. The stranger, the better. The more unlikely. And hands start going up. He says, thanks. I ain't had a drink in a long time. And he shakily takes a drink from his stein.
Can I do an intuition test to see if it was true?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
I've got empathetic, so I can. Oh, it's a crit.
Oh, lovely.
It's a waste of a crit, but it's a crit.
Hey, you never know.
You can't waste.
No, but what I mean is that there may be things I have planned for later. No, that's.
That's not how that works.
It's not how dice work.
What I mean by waste of is it would have that crit would have meant more to me were it on a different test. That's what I mean by it.
You still that's how that works.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works.
No, I know. Like I'm not saying statistically. What I'm saying is
I
it
know.
feels like less impactful than had it happened in a different
You get
circumstance.
Right, you find out that it's true.
Yeah. I always
go.
I really hope it's not because that's
Yeah.
horrifying.
It's true.
Oh,
In
fuck.
fact, you're absolutely certain it's true. And as you look at him, you can see the tattoo dancing around his whole aura, skimming around as you're looking in that direction. As it skims around and it seems to be seeking something, half of it feels like it might be trying to find you. That's how it feels. It's seeking, looking, trying to find. What did your crit say? What do you get from all of this? You know what it's after. It's seeking to kill the Witch of the Woods. It's on this world to kill the Witch of the Woods. It just doesn't know who it is because it can't find it. Because it is a demon that has found a method of being in the real world.
Oh.
By not possessing. Because possession kills. Mortals can't survive with a demon within them for any length of time. But there are other routes. And it appears to have found one.
But it's not like riding on him anymore. Or
No,
is it still
it's
there?
gone.
So there's just like
It's just a broken
echo of
an
it
echo
is
of it
over
there.
Oh fuck.
Like,
Is he sort of?
He says everyone's moved
Yeah.
off. Somebody else has stood up to tell themselves a story. This one apparently involves an 8-legged creature of the woods. It's probably a spider.
Probably a spider.
So,
What was it like a symbol? The
well,
tattoo
I'm
that you
about to
saw.
ask him what the
Yeah.
tattoo is. So,
You don't know.
yeah.
It's obscure to you, but you saw it.
Right. Whoa.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He's sitting down, looks up at you, and smiles. Says, "Hello."
Hello. I loved your story. It was really good. Because just on the off chance, what does this tattoo look like so I can avoid it?
Looks at you. Oh, well, matter. I mean, who cares what it looks like? You won't see it. And if anyone that it's after is after you, you won't see it. It'll be a felon that you need to worry about. Or I suppose the lady. Yeah. And if you get it, then it's already too late. You got any siblings? Family?
No.
I was just
What
thinking, like,
relatives?
don't you fucking do, you absolute bastard.
And he goes, "It's for the best."
So you can't tell me what it looks like.
It's luck. And as he speaks, and as he gives the description, Elric, over where he's sitting, immediately pricks his senses.
Oh no.
Immediately pricks his senses as Dar spills out across that part
I
of
was
the
going
room.
to ask in terms of if you got the aura, was he seeing anything else?
And there was nothing. It's just now suddenly a lurch in his belly as he goes, a circle, and a line of it, a crossbar, and another, and it moved.
Okay.
Arced and circular. And as he says it, okay, you hear the words clearly in your head. Slaanesh.
Oh.
It whispers at the back of your ears.
Explain.
Um,
That makes sense.
As that whisper hits, cool test. Can I have a cool test from you as well, please? No,
Success.
Success, good. No, not you. Good. How many successes? One. Oh, weird success.
Here for you.
Yeah.
5 successes.
Ah, sweet.
If he's looking
As,
at Birdie, does he not get +1 success on that?
Yes.
All right, yeah. So
yeah, you know, I quite like that. That's two. That's perfect. Because you are literally looking in her direction.
Yeah.
You something like, "Ah! Something's going down. And you hear it. It shudders down the back of no. It thrills down the back of no. It stabs into the base of your spine. As your voice catches in your mouth. You don't even know what you're going to say. You're going to say something, anything, just to make some sort of stop, don't stop, whatever. But your whole body just fails. It says nothing as the symbol wraps around you. Roll a dice. I strongly recommend not rolling 66.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you're rolling a single dice, I think you're safe.
D100.
Just to clarify.
just to clarify,
97?
97 is better than 66. 97 is not 88. 97
Worse.
is not anything involving a 6.
Yes, that's right.
Technically, 9 is a 6 upside down.
Sure.
No, if you print it like this. Look, it's not.
Yeah, I do
9
like
plus
that.
7 is 16.
Oh, there we go.
What the fuck?
6 plus 1.
Statue out.
Get out.
Technically, a
Stop
tattoo is a mutation,
helping.
and Birdie can't mutate. So,
Also, if like one runner's power wants to eat you and then another one wants to keep you alive, it might.
Yeah, true.
enemy of my enemy. you know?
Etc.
Or it might just keep her alive while she's eating constantly.
Yeah,
Birdie.
it's
Thanks
not-
for that.
it's not-
From your perspective, literally nothing happened.
Totally oblivious.
You're oblivious as he explains a very loose runic shape and says, I just would avoid it. And the moment is gone. The Dar build-up, everything else, your sight flashed, and there was almost a spillage of oil, black tar across that part of the room. It slapped about her, and then it was just gone. And it's just Birdie and her blinding white heish that spills out of her. And maybe that was enough to resolve it. But whatever, there is a telltale sign of something over there still, as that word rings through your mind. A word that you heard 1,000 times over when you were back in Carrick's Skoog. I mean, you don't often talk about the fact that you are thousands of years old, that you have the experiences of thousands of years. You don't discuss it. You don't bring it up. You do everything you can to pretend to be the man you once were. Everything. And then you hear that. And it all comes running back into your mind. Take a corruption point.
That's fine.
Fine.
Yeah.
It's only one.
Can he speak?
Yeah, mate, he's free now.
So he will roar at Birdie, like, Birdie, come over here now.
She kind of looks like, what?
Just come here.
What's the magic word?
Now.
She flips him the bird, because that's on brand. And she wanders over, but she deliberately goes the long way round out of spite. What?
As the slightly spiteful Birdie arrives at the table.
As she's coming around, seeing there was a swelling and a dispensation of Dar.
Yeah.
Is anyone else in the area looking in that direction or anything like that?
Perception test, please. No, make that intuition.
4 successes.
No one appears to be reacting.
Okay. Just to see if any other use people of the sight.
As Birdie arrives in the corner where you all are, Elric is looking a bit pale-faced, having just shouted out across a Birdie, "Get over here!" And is sort of looking at her, and now around the room, almost jittered.
You okay?
What have you seen?
That story involves the Rhodes powers. I heard one of their names in me. What did you say to him?
I just
And what
asked,
did he... Well, no, I don't even know what he said to you. I want to know what he said to you.
I asked him what the tattoo looked like. I was curious. Mainly because I was curious about Garth's tattoo.
Well, it's different.
It is, thank goodness.
A small theological part of Leopold's brain wonders if it really is different.
Yes, very different.
Please
My friend,
confirm
Slash
or deny. Sorry, please confirm or deny. Don't just let that bit go.
He is doing neither, it appears. Either the let go or saying anything.
If you haven't seen the number.
Yeah.
And he described it to me. That was it.
Well,
Really.
if you remember what he said, don't tell anyone.
Okay. It's not the same as your tattoo.
Okay, thank you.
It was a demon.
It was
No.
capital D.
It found a way to come here without possessing someone. It's looking for someone.
It's
Who? Oh,
Right.
I think maybe we should wait outside and gather up Greta and
well,
go.
I've got that man to meet over there.
As Lucas says, you know, golly, you know, when she very first told us, you know, that these times were worse, and the world was worse than it was. It's things like this that make me believe that she's right.
it's everywhere.
It's the idea that everywhere, no matter where you go, there's always something else, something worse happening, which wouldn't have been the case maybe 50 years ago. And the idea that the world that we live through right now is worse than the one that Magnus was experiencing, which in the books, the history books, tell us were the worst, the absolute worst. Mutation in the field and people going wrong. And the idea that the times that we're in just now, which to us are just normal, this is our lives, and the idea that that's worse than what he was going through, I'm actually quite appalled. He says, but not as appalled as I am about these ridiculous steins. It's just not right. Why do they have to supply you with one? Why can't they just let you pour into your own cup?
Eric will shakily make his way to his contact.
Chap's in the corner.
Come to you.
Yeah.
He's got his green hat on, yellow feather off to the side.
Just like before we go, we'll be like, just maybe sit near the door, and if you hear them coming, maybe be perceptive before she comes in.
Okay.
I'd even say family business, just so you.
Wow.
Okay.
And looks up at you and says, "Oh, what can I do for you?" A voice quite unlike the clientele of this particular place. I assume you know who I am?
I believe so. I don't have a name. Do I have a name?
No.
Yeah.
Just the man with the green hat.
You work for my family.
Ah, he says, "And who do you claim to be?"
Father. I'm Eric Grunfeld.
Really? And what business is this of mine?
Well, I find myself here with my party and my friends, and we are on a pilgrimage. And we were wondering, could the name get us into the city a bit quicker, as time is of the essence?
Not unless you're working for your, I presume, relative, assuming you are who you claim to be. Do you have any papers?
No papers.
Well, I can't help. How could I possibly know who you are?
It's illegal to lie.
Well,
I'd be putting myself at great.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're both like tapping at your belt where the thing.
Father nudges you in the side, nods down to your license.
And also, I have this, which is my magic license.
I says, "Oh, you're bringing it over, isn't it?" Ah, you're a wizard of the Bright College.
Mm-hmm.
Looks you up and down. I see. But assuming that this is authentic, says, rolls up, pops it back in, screws on the top,
Lovely little.
passes it back to you. Assuming this is authentic and you're willing to be employed, then yes, I'm sure we can come to a very quick deal.
I'm already employed by an electric count.
And we have a problem. I mean, especially because you might end up being an enemy.
Not to my family.
Well, that's easy to say. Once the electric counts give their orders, we might find ourselves in the most unexpected positions.
Mm-hmm.
I shan't ask who's employed you. Could be dangerous.
Do any of my family make their way to Talabad or Talagad, or is it only they're staying inside Talabheim?
Well, I can say that I'm employed to find people like yourself and employ them. And once they're employed, get them into the city to speak to those who have employed me, so that they may be correctly prepared for the campaign next spring. Beyond that, I have little in the way of authority.
Okay. Well, I've no interest in changing employer. It was just family business I was involved in.
Then I would suggest, if you are indeed a pilgrim, as you suggest, that you get a pilgrim's pass. Enter the city. That would be good for 3 days. There's a bit of a wait in those things, but
We can grease the wheels now.
well, if you can afford the pilgrim's pass, then you'll only have a day inside the city.
Should be all we need.
Although, if you ask for a pilgrim's pass, you could probably get the 3 days on short notice.
How so?
Well, pilgrim's pass is quite cheap. It's only a single silver shilling. Drop a gold on top of that, and suddenly it becomes a pilgrim's pass. But if you are willing to drop 2 gold on top of that, then it becomes a pilgrim's pass. If you see what I'm saying.
Father?
I'll explain later.
Yes.
A pilgrim's pass with a capital P, not a small p.
But on the pilgrim or the pass.
A candle with a handle.
And the brew that is true. As he says, there's little else I can say, but given your family connections, and possibly we may pass each other again in future, I would like you to recognize that I have done as much as I can given the circumstances.
No, yeah,
And if you have the coin, then I would suggest using it. It would be swift, you'd be in by tomorrow. And in with possibly 3 days of space to do what you need to do. And the Parliament. Go to the Parliament. If you wish to speak to your family.
okay. I was going to say the next mood, but
The next
you've
mood.
been very helpful.
That explains much. No. My employer does not attend moods. He has different business in the Parliament, which is what he would consider to be a mood.
Shame. That's where the real power is. He'll make his way away.
Good day to you.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
He already said thanks.
I didn't.
Come on.
I'm just watching when that's
I already did this. I know.
Kick your cane out.
What a bright magic.
Oh, you did that. As he watches you go and bicker your way back to the table. They have returned to the seats where you're all sitting. Almenowith, I would like from you, as I do my side of the chest, nice, can I please have a performance bottle reel?
Sexy roll.
3 successes.
3, and your attractive adds directly to that.
Oh, 9.
Right.
Go in here.
It's taking out pennies.
No, that's not the pennies. Where's my pennies? Here.
That's what I used to. Joros took a 99% agent's fee.
Yes, Joros did indeed. Take a 99%
The
agent.
more I hear
back
about
in
him,
the
he
day.
sounds like a real jerk.
Yes.
No, other people were doing the
I
jerking.
hope Greta has a better,
Nice.
more amicable split.
Okay, pop that into. Cover your fist so they don't see. That's what you were.
Just a glimpse of gold.
I'm wealthy as well.
Oh,
The talent.
Oh, good.
wealthy what?
Just one.
Get
No,
that.
it's just a gold.
Important. Alan Wife comes relatively close to time. So you are you are looking at just coming up to about the 4-hour mark and beginning to get a bit antsy as to whether she's even going to arrive or not as she and Greta arrive and sit down.
Well, I was hoping to try and stop them
Oh
before
yeah,
they came in.
easily done.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can easily pop up to them and say.
Maybe we should go somewhere else.
She says, yes, of course. She doesn't even give you a second. She's like, yep, let's go.
Yeah.
That's how you don't ask questions when you get to
then on the outside with yourself, how much of a concern?
I feel basically somewhere like not necessarily like imminent, but there exists in the world, and then we'll explain the demon situation.
Oh, we should probably move. Get everybody else.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's there anymore.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What if there's a leak?
Yeah.
Elric will, and we'll probably get together, will explain what we've learned about entering Talabheim. So no weapons unless you will be conscripted.
What about old man's walking stick?
That's probably classed as a
Hmm.
weapon. And also,
Right, so I think
the family are no good.
we're going to have to accept that. So any weapon that's longer than your forearms, give them to Lucas, and Lucas and I can stay on the outside. Lucas goes, no. Oh no, actually
Clang.
that's a good idea. She says, well, take them then, Lucas. Lucas goes, but
Well, aren't we going to the tavern? It doesn't need to take them right now.
well, wouldn't that be tomorrow? And she says, well, yes, but it is funny.
As
he's like,
about the
"Oh,
pilgrim
yeah."
class for the capital.
Yeah, so he's explained that there's 3 pilgrim
Well,
classes.
it's the third one. Do we have to wait overnight or can we go in today?
No, he said we'd probably able to get in tomorrow. with
Oh,
that.
excellent.
Yeah.
How much will that be?
So
2
two
gold
gold
and
each
1
plus the
shilling.
1 silver.
And Lucas isn't coming in, so 12 gold and
Greta's
6
not
silver.
coming in either,
So
right?
12 gold and 6 silver.
How much for the dog?
We'll probably need
Plus
to pay
the
for
dog.
silver for a muzzle for your dog because I don't think you want to take your dog in either.
I think maybe you would take him.
That's the,
Yeah,
but
you need to
not
do-
without a muzzle.
Oh, fine.
So
I'll
we'll need to
fashion one
purchase a
from
muzzle.
rope.
The other question is, do we want to let them know that I'm a Sigmarite just in case?
How much extra is it? 5.
5
5
extra.
crowns.
I can cover that.
Crowns.
Crowns.
Just it has a habit sometimes of making itself known more obviously, and we wouldn't want to.
You don't end up in prison for not declaring it.
Yes, we're not declaring.
Your man is 7 places from the front.
Perfect.
It seems that coming back earlier was wise, as You still holding up your sign?
Oh.
Arms of steel, this guy.
Yeah, indeed. But you pay for a service.
Got it.
Yes.
I mean, the least you would expect.
I low-key love this guy.
Yeah. He's great, isn't he?
Get a real job.
He's the only person we found in this goddamn town that I like.
I don't love the you my wife jokes, but like the rest of it we can work with.
When in Talabheim.
Yeah.
When in Regis.
Maybe that's just how he did it.
As he says,
Ding.
Um,
are you joining the queue now?
Yes.
Yes.
He says, token. There's a chance you don't have it.
oh,
no.
son of a
There's
gun.
a small chance, but there is a chance that someone might have decided that they wanted to steal your place in the queue. And there's a chance that they managed to do so. So first I'm going to decide whether anyone wanted to steal your place in the queue. Chances of this are high. Yes is emphatically
overwhelming
the answer there. So now the question is, did they manage to take it from you?
From Birdie.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do have nose for trouble, so I would like to. think-
Troubles for someone trying to
Violence.
hurt you.
Yeah.
Violence.
This would be deeply wounding.
Sorry.
It might
Tallows doesn't say emotional damage.
Emotional
It might, with hindsight,
damage!
have made more sense to give the token to someone with a really good perception. That might have been it.
Like,
That's a good perception.
who would have thought that someone
And you
would
fish out the token.
Good.
Wait.
Knew what I was
You
doing
don't rob
the
Birdie.
whole time.
It would have been hard to rob it because it was inside my armor. So
Yeah.
it needed a cannon spinner.
Or a really good
It's very
seduction
warm.
technique.
Thanks, you are. And you're near the front of the queue. Turns out that's not true,
Okay.
because on the inside,
Or cues.
there's a queue that
Oh,
goes
no.
back in itself like a freaking snake.
Oh.
Driving license.
But
Just-
Or like passport control. And then you go through a bit and
there's
there's
no
another one.
waiters in there.
No, they're not allowed in.
So like it's longer because now there's more people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? You're not wrong. Many of them are working in groups because they didn't want to have to pay multiple people to hold their places. Some of them are makeshift groups that have just got together so that they can just hire one person to go into the queue for them. They go off, have a drink, a meal together, do whatever else they do, then hike it back over towards the queue. There's lots of groups, but it does take a bit of a while. You make your way through this building for about an hour and a half.
Okay.
It's not that long, but it's long enough. And then you get really worried because apparently the office shuts at 8. And it's currently about 7:30 bell with a queue in front of you. Fortunately, and yeah, I did roll it just to see. Fortunately, you get there
The campaign.
10 minutes. Just 10 minutes before they're about to close. Behind the counter is a woman, hair, glasses, looks up and says, "You're looking for papers?"
6 pilgrim passes, please.
Pilgrim.
Pilgrim passes.
Says, "Shilling each."
Sure, each. Yeah, there's 6 of us. Adam White, could you pay for them, please?
How much money are you sliding across for the shilling each for 6 people?
I'm going to slide across 12 gold crowns and 6 shillings.
Nice.
And separately,
Uh-huh.
5 gold crowns in the other hand. For
And she looks at it. So you're looking
And-
for a pilgrim's pass.
yeah.
She takes out a quill. That'll be ready tomorrow.
Great.
To
Do we have to queue tomorrow as well?
get your pass.
Yeah.
That'll be right.
Right.
Oh.
What time do you open?
Looks at you. Back up slightly. Looks at you. That'll be the 7th bell in the morning.
I think it's probably more like what time do people start queuing
No.
No.
for tomorrow?
No.
Where's our fella?
You'll find the queue at the back.
Right.
Yeah, good shout. Good shout.
Poor guy.
Of all the things that
Alameno,
we-
I get ready. More a horror.
And it comes as she takes the coins and very carefully takes the 6 shillings and slides them into one, takes the gold and slides them into her purse, takes the second set of gold, slides it into another one, and then takes one of the gold out and pops it over into that tray, checks it all, and then says, right, let's go through each one. First question is name. What names are we all going under?
Birdie.
Birdie?
We'll circle back to you. You have so many.
Yeah.
We have it to choose.
I'm gonna like let them go first while I just have a bit of it.
And I am declaring myself as a
Yes, you're
Sigma.
gonna have to be fan
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just Father Leopold.
I mean, there's a lot of them. Father Leopold.
I mean, I'm
Obviously.
blind and I'm 6.5 foot tall.
And says, what order are you from?
The Silver Flame.
And writes that down. Excellent. Anyone else names?
Howard Grunfeld.
Howard Grunfeld. Perfect. Enrico Grunfeldio.
Dr. Gerhard.
Dr. Gerhardt. Yeah, that will do.
Okay.
How do you spell that?
O-M-E.
No, so you know. Literate.
I learned how to write my name.
Nice to know. And the only other question that
Very proud of you,
matters for
my
the
child.
Pilgrim's Pass, because the Pilgrim Pass is under the assumption that you've arrived to be a pilgrim, admittedly of Taal. That's the assumption. Not true in this particular case, but the other one is any other business.
No.
No. No. No.
No.
No.
No. Okay,
No.
Gerhardt's looking confused
No.
as to whether it's a yes or no. No.
You've got pleasure in mind. Not
But she
business.
hasn't asked my name again. I haven't given my name.
So, what name are you giving?
Human Alan.
I'll anyway.
No. Okay. You know how that is spelled? Yes.
L.
Is there not another L in there?
Say it again. Say it again.
A.
Say it again.
Alaminwith.
She shakes her head.
You could write it for her.
Doesn't.
No.
That'll
Hey,
do.
you've got a lovely hand.
Papers will be ready in the morning.
Compliment.
No.
Next!
Oi.
Says, as the next crew go up, and she pulls down her shutter.
Worse than Dagmar.
The ultimate villain of the campaign.
Yeah,
thus far.
absolutely.
Let's go find our queuing
And
guy.
wait,
Yeah, but
wait,
first
wait,
of all, when we're outside, we're like, if you don't understand basic subterfuge, Birdie, don't talk in front of other people.
I was trying to pretend I couldn't write so she'd spell it wrong so someone couldn't come past who knew my language and would give me away.
Well, you should have mentioned that before we went in.
Well, I didn't know it would be a problem before we went in.
How many, how
Well,
many,
no, we did know they'd have to give names.
how many people would be called your name with your people?
No one.
You just it is a one person, one name sort of thing.
It's good as, but there's a few Alaminoites kicking around, some named after you.
It's not the name
But a
isn't
few.
the problem. It's not that other people have the name. I'm not explaining it. It's dangerous.
Oh,
You understand?
I understand.
He understands.
I was part of the subterfuge.
It's dangerous. Don't think about it.
Right. Okay.
Look, we need to go into this other queue, or at least find. Did we ever get his name? The queue filler?
Just go see if we can find him again because he's reliable.
Yeah.
I was gonna say his name is probably name is Sean.
There is a chance he'll still be kicking around. He was, after all,
It's very hard work.
there for a good chunk of the day. But there's more people willing to pay. And typically, on the out, there's some people who are willing to pay for people to go out the other side.
I'm honestly
next
surprised he didn't suggest it as an upsell.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
not
well,
waiting for us to be like,
he didn't because he
Yeah.
presumed that your pass would take at least a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't tell him.
very-
We didn't tell him. We
Very
didn't tell him we were
pilgrim
getting a
stuff.
pilgrim pass. Not
Yeah,
pilgrim
totally.
pass, but a pilgrim pass.
He
Close.
hasn't been employed,
Mhm.
and he
Bizarre.
is still outside.
Brilliant.
On the other side. He is, however, sitting down, biting away at a pie. He, is done for the day mostly. He sits on his pie.
Or so
looks
he
up at you.
thinks.
Let the man eat.
Oh, you should. So you got here in time. You're lucky. Says,
Yeah, just.
We've got further needs to your services, my friend.
to get a pilgrim's pass
Yeah.
for next day.
Mhm.
Where did you get the pie?
Points. Halfling just round the corner. Nice fella. His name's Rumster.
That's good.
What's your name? We never asked.
Looks at you. Damn suspicious. Why do you care?
Well, you can give me a fake name if you would like, but we've employed you for a
Jan.
long time.
My name's Jan.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm Owen.
She's only asking because when we wanted to employ you,
I'm married. Says, just so we're clear.
Well, you don't like your wife, so.
And smiles.
Whoa.
And says, you've got a fair point there. I mean, it's not that I don't like her, it's just she nags. She's always nagging.
is she though?
You don't see.
You don't see her.
Says, that's because she's always nagging.
Hmm.
Yeah. She always tells them.
Elric will hit
"We're
him
not
with
seeing
the
them."
women. So awkward.
And he says, you understand, my man? You understand?
I have no idea.
Neither do I. I mean, what do they think? He says, are you going back in today? Back you. It's overnight. It's more expensive.
How much?
You can pay this time.
Says, well, I'll give him what I know. He says,
Oh, fuck.
Q. Says, wait a minute. Goes round. Says, it's currently on 3 hours out there. He says, so that'll be 3 gold.
Wow.
Are we even going to attempt?
He says, look, I'm in. Here we go. As it, just drop it down.
no, apparently we're not attempting to haggle.
No,
Why
as
do
he's
we
like,
never
no,
haggle?
you're my favorite people. He
It's a
says,
haggle tax, remember? There actually is.
and says,
But they
look,
might come up.
I'm sorry, love. I've got to queue up.
He
says,
also wants the last of that pie.
Did that come with sort of a relish or anything? Just out of curiosity.
I what now?
A relish, like a piccalilli, or Don't worry, I'm going to get. It's around the corner.
Fucking Reichlanders. This is fucking fops.
It's the worst, eh?
Anyone else?
Exactly. As he sorts around the back, he says, I've still got your. And pulls out the slip with your Sturmjägers on it. You're fine. Wait a minute.
Another token.
Tosses it over towards you.
No, she kept
we
it
don't
perfectly
know
simple
that
last
someone
time.
could have
Yeah,
stolen
yeah,
it,
yeah,
so
totally.
Yeah.
He says, I'll see you in Orn.
7 a.m. 7 bells.
Says, remember,
Actually,
3
probably
hours so.
earlier than that.
10th bell.
10th bell.
Yeah.
It might be early though.
Okay, no.
Might be early. Come by 9th just in case. And that takes us to where are you going to stay the night? One presumes that you're going to just head off towards one of the local taverns, which, as it turns out, well, inns, not taverns, which, as it turns out, are all quite busy. There's a lot of business passing through Talagad just now because there's a lot of need for external people. And they're being called by the clarion call of coin. I can be working for coin. I'm coming into Talagad. I want to get in. And there's a lot of people just waiting to get into the city. It means that there is an outside chance you might not find somewhere decent. I will leave it down to a simple gossip test, which 1 can do and 2 can support if they wish to do so. I would recommend those with supportive because they're more
Shall
likely
I?
to be able to provide.
One of the chosen ones.
Lucas is supportive as well, I think.
5?
No, you're Lucas.
No, my
No,
Lucas.
6.
Right. I knew my Lucas. The same.
Yeah, because you never
Is
put
he gonna
any
pass?
points in him.
How many do you
Unless we're taking our time.
Yeah, we are.
Then
So
8 successes.
that's
wow.
8. 9. That's good.
10 because supportive.
He doesn't have supportive. You have supportive.
But aren't
I
I
don't-
supporting?
No,
No,
because
'cause
you
you
won the
rolled
test.
more. Oh,
You
okay,
got-
right.
Whoever gets the highest,
Sorry,
then
I just
everyone
did
else.
some-
can
Double
have.
I
check
was
I don't
only
have supportive because I did at one
working
point, but
and
I don't
looking
think I do
pretty
anymore.
as an elf.
Yeah, it really helps apparently.
Yeah.
And Lucas, he doesn't have it, so anyone else can do it.
Like
You're
a
good.
minor
Yeah, there you go.
bedrooms?
Full successes. so far.
Superb. So
I'm
that's
not
an extra
staying
success
here.
as well. So
Yeah.
probably 10. unless
yeah,
you.
no, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, that gives us an inn, which is near the center of Talagad. On the outside, it's got what appears to be a hedgehog, but a hedgehog with a long tail just hanging down. There appears to be some odd choices for inns here in Talagad, but a hedgehog with a big long tail. As it turns out, on the inside, the innkeeper refers to it by something quite different. It's a bush pig.
Oh.
Says, bush piggies, get them out in the field. You've never heard of a bush pig in your life.
But is it different from a hedgehog? I mean, how different is a bush pig from a hedgehog?
hedgehogs
And they
have
used to-
big tails.
No, they don't.
No. But they did also used to call hedgehogs hedge pigs.
Yeah,
So,
that's
they
my
did.
point.
Yes.
Like, etymologically, how different is a bush?
Or is it a haggis?
I think you'll find it's a bush pig. Are you wanting a room or not?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Like I don't know the name of my own town and my own place. Next to me tell you it's not even Talagad, so it's not.
No, it's definitely Talagad.
It says, right. See, he understands, unlike you.
Sorry.
No, hold one sec though. What fields do you find a bush pig in?
It says, oh, the white ones.
Just,
It says,
Let's go.
just before we do.
Oh, please.
Sorry, just finish.
don't get into an argument with an innkeeper about his bush pigs.
Do you know, sorry, a bit of pie. Do you know any places where they do the what's it called?
He's looking for a horned club.
One of those.
It says, it's just the next room over, so it is.
Next room.
Yeah, so you're a right lander. So you are. Just go next door.
Wicked.
All the rest was like, we walked past like 40 of them, right? Right? We all saw and heard.
Most of, and
Yeah.
yes.
Wicked.
Gerhardt says that.
Wow. Just when I thought you couldn't get laid.
So let's skip over the next little bit. There's a few things to say. Number one, yes, they have the fine dining room where they have fine dining sex on the small stage that they have there. And apparently fine dining sex involves lots of roughs. And roughs around the ankles and the wrists. And for all, there is this desperate desire to say, and is it rough? The answer is no. I knew someone would want to. The answer is no. It's very slow and oddly, just do it! For fuck's sake!
You're also eating in there as well, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, there's too,
It's-
there's too
doesn't
much.
feel
There's too
hygienic.
much going on.
it's an actual restaurant,
Yeah.
and that's going on. And interestingly, as you're sort of sitting there watching, looking around, going, "Do I want to eat here or not?" All the people here either A, don't care.
Yeah.
This is just where they're eating their nice food. It's a really nice eatery. Or alternatively, they're doing this. Clearly, outsiders
Right.
doing the rubbernecking thing. Tourists.
Yep.
It does,
Right
however,
numbers.
look like a good restaurant.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, well, now. Hello.
You have no money.
But his family is really wealthy.
Sister!
Maddie!
I'm not
Maddie.
eating with you two. You keep yelling at me, but we can go and eat something nice.
Oh, that'd be lovely. Excellent. This is actually a bit too much for me. I don't understand why they put rough on the nipples. That seems just a little too much. I know you can
How's it
obviously.
staying on?
Exactly, there's some sort of glue. It's just too much.
Let's go find somewhere better.
So yeah, we just get a good
Honey.
angle. What?
Honey.
Honey, probably. It's both lubricant and and an adhesive.
It objectively increases friction. It's not a lubricant.
Do we have any honey? It feels like we should probably have honey. Just in case.
Distant.
Shouting or
like
something.
So,
Liverpool's upstairs going, no!
I'm gonna cover that prick in honey. And I'm gonna show him it's not a lubricant.
Put a rough on it.
At least do it on a stick.
The next day. Oh, yes.
Before we go to bed,
Yes.
Leopold would like to engage in oracle maneuver.
Oracle!
Oral
To
I
find
wondered
out
where that word was going.
whether we actually need to go on all the stages of the pilgrimage or whether we can just skip
You
to the
couldn't
end.
have done that before.
Oh, my Sigmar! You absolute cretin!
before you roll, I'll just ask you a question. The spending of fate points to fix dice rolls. Do you
Yes,
need to
yours.
do that before?
Yours.
On your own dice.
Your own dice
No,
rolls.
I've got a fate point I can spend on somebody else.
Oh, yes, you
So I have a
do.
question. Do you have to choose to do that before the roll, or do you do it after?
You do not need to do it until after, so you
Cool,
can see the roll
understand.
You
first.
can roll and see just
I
in
was
case.
almost about to say the other one just to be a dick, but it's not fair.
Pondered the question. Did we skip the end? I was like, yes. And you, Mr. fucking Holy Bones.
Leopold.
And then we spent
Leopold.
12 gold.
Leopold believes
17 gold.
that
Yeah,
we should do it.
17 gold.
Let's find out whether Sigmar agrees.
Dan is gonna.
Oh, I
win.
was one off rolling a crit. But it would have been a bad crit.
What's a bad?
It would have been an 88. But it's an
Fix it
88.
to that, that'd be funny. Yeah.
Would you like to fix it to 88?
No.
Maybe 77? Or...
I just hate this place. I hate it worse. It's literally the worst place we've been to.
Yes.
Like Brass Keep was better than this.
It was actually.
It definitely was. Like, objectively.
And when we thought we were buried alive with
Yeah.
those dead dwarves,
Still
that's
better. That Hell Pit or whatever the fuck it's called.
Although we've now found out those weren't dwarf ghosts, but that's a whole separate story.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. We'll keep as is. We'll see what happens.
Excellent! Hilarious! I thought we had a plan, dude! I thought we had a plan!
Yeah, sure, we did have a plan. I will do that.
You spend it.
Yeah.
So
But not
you
88.
Not 88. Not
Use
88.
for other people. Fate point is gone.
What's the best?
I can't
I
believe you betrayed me.
I think it's 77.
Listen, this is
think
about
it's
expediency these days. Let's get going.
I think it's 77.
Plus, I think you have the most fate points out of us.
Oh,
Yeah.
we call this prey.
I really like. Well, when
We
Andy
had a-
said,
I mean, like 88 would actually be my highest because my faith is over. Phrase over 100, but 77, I guess, is the best. That's
Yes.
not an 88.
I think 88 is perfect.
I'm not going to disagree with him.
Yeah, 88.
Well, we're not in a high magic area,
Impartial
but-
GM
Perfect.
here.
Yeah.
but we do have an impartial
Yeah.
a party, and there was
There's
a
glint
demon.
in his eye.
We were in the presence of someone who had a demon on
Wait,
them
what?
recently.
No!
So let's maybe stick to 77.
No! Ignore that. 88. Stick it at 88. Go, Gerhard.
Or 66.
If you lose, if you,
77, 77.
if you make it 88, you lose 5 corruption points.
"Oh, that's good."
It was.
Do not be an idiot.
5 corruption points.
What were the terms
Do
of
it,
the deal?
bro.
Because if you just said spend a fate point for me, then you get nothing
Yeah,
else.
I can attempt to persuade him. I can attempt to use my words, which are apparently magic, but I can't use real
Cast your magic, Andy. Cast your magic.
Andy Leask's words are
Only,
not
only
magic.
5.
5.
Only 5.
5.
That still wouldn't get you below your limit, right?
Put him on his limit.
Okay, that being the case, 6.
Right. The fact that he's offering you that tells you that whatever's going to happen when you roll an 88 is going to be worse than you being 5 points over your corruption
That's
limit.
very true.
But it might not happen to you.
I just enjoy the drama of the situation.
What take you-
Just feeling the
77.
vibe.
Yeah.
77.
What's it
88?
beside us?
77.
88?
77.
Do yourself a willpower. No.
I don't even know what's
Cool
going on
test.
anymore.
What?
Good choice.
Why?
You'll find out.
Because the GM told you to.
Alright, nerd. 2 successes?
So, over on your side, you're praying. This pilgrimage seems like hell.
Which may be the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a test.
Yeah.
That sucks.
That was worth it.
A long time ago, and you can sense the age hanging with this. Sigmar arrived here with allies. And he sat. No, stood. No, rode for white horse. A great white charger with his staff alongside him, which presumably was shorter than 4 arms length.
Probably wasn't your muster then.
Yeah, God. There was no law in place at that point. When he arrived in Talabheim, as it was over 2,450 years earlier, He came here. He was here. He went up that wizard's way, and he went in and he spoke to the leader of the Talutans. Their tribe centered here and spilled outwards. And they had, for centuries, used this point as a mustering point, led here by Taal, presumably, for their great campaigns. Because the Talutans are warlike. Arguably the most warlike of them all. Doesn't mean they're the best warriors. Midlanders, the Teutigans were the best warriors, but they weren't the most hungry for war. That was the Talutans. They want to dominate everyone. And therein lies your quandary. Skip it all. And the war begins. Don't skip it. And the Talutans will be held back. It's not a yes or no. You can see it clearly. Sigmar did something here that stopped the Talutans. Stopped the Talutans going to war once he left.
And if we follow the pilgrimage, we'll be able to do the same.
You don't know that's the case. You don't know
I know
anything other than their call to war will be slowed. It's a choice.
Interesting. And does he spew anything out loud this time, or?
No, it's an entirely private vision.
I'm a Sigmarite.
Tax me!
Tax me more!
I've paid the 5
He's
gold.
legit.
So, other than potentially telling anybody that, possibly the next morning or whatever, when they come back up after their meals or anything else.
Well, I'm not eating. I think I'm in the room with him because they didn't want
And
to eat with us.
Greta would prefer you to be out.
Okay, working. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
exactly.
Well, I was going
So-
to say,
I'm out working.
if she was with me briefly, I would have told her.
It's more likely that she wasn't. You'll get an opportunity to tell her after. Perform bodily rate test, please.
Okay.
Do you want to spend a fate point to fix it? Yes, correct.
No thanks.
7. Oh,
Plus
better. Make sure you add your
13.
attentive. Fuck me. You have clearly
That's
scored.
what the guy said.
Yeah. You have scored.
Plus wealthy.
That's also what the guy says. You don't have criminal as well, do you? Well, that just helps you with status, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't help you with
I do have
earning.
criminal.
Plus Greta's.
Should we just pimp you out?
Everywhere
And that
we
should
go.
be our thing.
Yeah.
Can we fuck the end times?
We're back to the pleasure
Greta
barge idea.
Doesn't think that's a bad idea. Here we go. Again, keep that to yourself. We will discuss individuals afterwards
Okay.
that you may or may not decide to tell you have, because after all, it has to be someone of substance.
Oh, then I stands
Someone
up
who's
and
well.
the weight of a coin purse and she just takes.
Sounds like a cowboy when she's walking.
And she has to walk like that. So what we'll do is, assuming there is nothing else of importance, we'll pick up anything you want to say at breakfast the next morning, sort our cues. So is there anything you want to tell each other, for example? Yourself? No, you're not saying anything? Excellent.
We were still
I have
on the
a-
pilgrimage,
Yeah,
so-
exactly.
Yeah.
He's obviously going to make that choice, and he doesn't want to potentially have an argument with people
Yeah,
about it.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Look,
I was going to. I was going to ask if maybe the night before I could try and just commune with my babies again. Because you got tired. I would like to.
Do yourself an intuition test.
With another demon.
Yes.
Is that a bit for stuff with tattoos?
Caravan
not-
subscribed for 15 months. Thanks.
Oh, did he? Thank you, Caravan.
She does
Deeply
have a demonic
appreciated.
tattoo, that we know.
Oh, that's true. Carry on.
Because we're not on holy ground.
Yeah. You hear a word.
You know,
You hear just one word.
Okay.
Just one word.
Oh. Oh, why?
And how many successes on the intuition test? One. I'll give you then one fact. If I was to add a single adjective to that, it would be seeking.
Why is Elemental Life not here?
Almanac doesn't want to be anywhere close.
No,
Fucking hell.
So, breakfast next morning, Alan Wife rocks in at approximately 7 in the morning.
We
So,
would be getting. Oh no, it's 10 o'clock as well.
yeah,
well,
totally.
9.
So,
is where we want.
9.
yeah, 9 when you want to be
Walk of
there.
shame.
No, it's a walk of absolute happiness. Next morning at breakfast, is there anything we're going to bring up? Or do we just move straight to our queue?
I'd just like to speak to the office very quickly.
I hate this place. Please let's leave as soon as possible.
No, I agree.
Yes.
I was pondering last night, as you do, and I was thinking about home. Well, the memory of home and everything. And I was thinking about you, mate, because I've got some books on souls and sort of that kind of thing. When you went over to you sort of saw more or experienced more when you went through. You said something like that. Souls. I don't know.
No.
I don't. I know it's not your realm of expertise, but you're the closest thing we have to this. What would more accept me as I am now?
If he's got a soul.
Lord Theology rule.
He hasn't been.
I'm almost certainly going to say yes, regardless of what the theology rule says. But
That's fair.
That's number 2 as well.
4 successes.
You can't say that you're well read on this, but you can say that more accepts all souls.
Yeah.
And indeed, according to some of the tales that you've read, even those that have fallen are carried by more to the fallen state.
Well, that's it, because that was the conversation that we had with Alan White about how maybe more was more about the journey than the destination.
Yeah.
Towards the
Yeah.
portal.
So the answer is more,
Yeah.
and without lying, almost certainly yes.
Yeah.
Now, as to whether he'll reach the afterlife,
Yeah. The question he asked.
Yeah,
no, more accepts all souls.
That's good. And the other thing is, I guess I'm somewhat new, or I feel new. Am I doomed again? Do I need to be doomed?
Oh, is that a separate test?
because you.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah. This is that.
That's a pass.
question
But
that
we'll
we
just
have.
pass on his 10th year.
on your 10th year. So you've got.
So me, or because I was a book before, and that I don't know how long that existed for. So is that
another rule?
Is it?
If the soul
it's-
existed
I think it
before the
goes-
body, is it the 10th year of the body or the 10th year of the soul?
Tell him that he wasn't a book. Get that out.
Well,
Again, just a pass.
You're not sure.
Not sure.
I mean,
I don't know if it's your 10th year of your soul existing or your 10th year of your body. I would imagine it's the 10th year of the union of the two. That's what seems right to me, but I'm not an expert.
Mm.
What I'm going to suggest is if we ever encounter someone who's learned in that, like maybe let me ask the question as a
Yes.
theological hypothetical.
That would be very.
rather than, yeah.
and plus,
And if I forget to do that, give me a nudge. Remember, you were going to ask him that question.
except
and then-
for-
yeah.
Okay. And then I suppose I don't know. I still appreciate you as a friend.
Likewise. Yeah, as I think I told you, you're more you than the you that I knew it not.
I've just been getting around the new of what it is and the memory of you, but then the you I know, and putting them together, I guess, whether that's true or not. You've always the thing is I don't like you as much as I did in my memories, because now you're a reminder of your. I mean, look, and I mean this in the nicest way, but you're quite horrific to look at.
Wow.
Foot going right in the mouth.
You know those scars that are on your face, the reminder that you aren't the person who I know in my memories, but the person that I've met, and the person I had in my memories.
I'm both. Remember, you're shaped by memory, shaped by experience. We're the same in that.
I suppose. I think
Neither of us are the boys we were when we were in Ubersreich. We're just not. And that's what life is, right? We travel through it, we gain experience, we become someone new. and we're both becoming someone new.
I was a book, now I am a man.
Stop.
Stop saying that.
No, I don't. It's how I'm. It's
But
how
it's
I think I'm
It's a
processing
weird
this.
thing, and there's always somebody listening. You've got to remember that.
What?
So there's always someone listening.
You notice how you don't yell at him?
You're not there.
Where the fuck did you come from? Person I
I'm quiet.
very deliberately didn't yell at and actually spoke at a very normal speaking volume to. Watch the tape.
Fine. Okay. Right. Well, I guess. Thank you.
That's right. You're welcome.
The
I'm always happy to talk about soul stuff.
queue in the morning is very easily negotiated because we have ourselves someone who stayed up all night in the queue.
That's a legend.
Can we bring him up high?
You can't have stayed like that all night.
It's his job.
He sees us coming.
He did see us.
100% definitely has been doing this all night, and he would never lie to you.
He'd have some kind of tendon damage if he stayed like that all night.
You're not a doctor.
Sorry, would he have had some kind of tendon damage?
It's good. We do have some sort of tendency.
Right now, I know what you're talking about. You've got the
I
token.
don't even know how to tend to do stuff.
It's probably mum.
Or do you?
Oh,
Barely,
So,
you know.
somebody was interested in claiming your token. Did they manage to secure it during the night?
I will flip this table.
I thought that was going to be a hard yes, but sadly it was 1% off. It's a hard no. But they definitely considered
Much rejoicing.
breaking into your room to try and claim it, but decided against that whole idea because, let's be honest, you guys are a bit odd. And you're certainly enough to cause most people a certain amount of
And
pause.
I'm still armed.
Yeah. We'll get a crit to get rid of one of those yet. So, who needs both of them? Let's...
certainly not Greta's baby.
For Birdie, it'll probably grow back.
True.
Wow.
Little baby arm. For
Yeah.
Everyone said she was harmless,
Just a
but she is
in
not.
Greta's face.
oh my god.
Well, that's a thing that was said. So,
Wow.
the queue into the city itself. You have papers, and you have pilgrim's papers. Pilgrim's papers are the slowest papers you can get, which means that you have to wait until you get all the way in. But it does mean that you get into the city just after midday. You have wended your way all the way up the Wizard's Way until eventually the great arch of the tunnel that passes through is before you. And it is lined with soldiers, all wearing the colours of Talabheim. Their halberds held strong, looking at those who are going by, as well as the dog faces going one direction and the other. As you arrive at the top, your papers are taken. And again, they ask your name, this time to go in the actual ledger of the city, to say that you are currently part of the current population. There is a ledger tax of just a single shilling. It's just a shilling. Okay, this is the administrative fee to be added to the book.
Does anyone have shillings? Because I only got gold.
I think actually, I discovered Luke does have a
I
small
did pushing
version
out
of
the
money.
shillings that are still on the table.
How many shillings do we need? 6.
I think I might need to go to a money change.
I don't think we've said it, but we've given our weapons.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I was just about to ask that very point.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, no,
is Lucas and Greta taking your long weapons away?
Yeah.
Is a pistol
How long's
longer
pistol?
than Gerhardt's
No,
forearm?
your pistols are shorter than
Is
your
it
forearm.
my
Fine.
force?
It's individual
It's your own
forearms.
forearm.
It's your own
Give me all
forearm.
your weapons because I've got really long arms.
I don't think you've got 6 foot long forearms.
Is my short sword
Your short sword's longer than your forearm.
How
That's
long
not
is
my
Winter's
forearm.
arm?
The
The hand axe.
It's longer than her forearm.
Yeah.
Thanks.
My
I'm
axe?
assuming my hammer is
Your
also-
axe is longer than your forearm, but not longer than her forearm. But if she would have to wield it the entire time. You could never wield it.
Well, legally.
Yeah, legally. Yeah,
you
totally.
could illegally wield it.
Yeah,
I've
100%.
Not a problem.
A knife.
Nice fight.
Yeah, I've got
A knife.
I'm fully prepared to
It's-
punch someone. It's fine.
That seems like
Yeah.
a very dangerous position to take. You can bring guns in, but not weapons this big.
Guns aren't that common, though.
It's
And
my,
again,
it's
it's rich
that wealth
people who've got them, so they want them in town.
Ah, yes, it is.
I'll take my dagger and my
I
sword.
feel like my fans are longer than my forearms as well.
Well, there's a lot of fans out there who think you rock.
Yeah.
Can I ask?
They're not babies.
And they're not.
Crossbow
Can I-
pistol.
can I ask
Yes,
a lore
fine.
theology question?
Yes.
Were I to wield Elric's like tool hammer
Mhm.
in battle,
Mhm.
would it count as a warhammer for the purposes of miracles?
You have to try.
Let's just try.
It's just the symbol. It's just the
Yeah, I
symbol.
mean,
Okay.
his smith hammer is quite
Yeah.
short.
Yeah.
But it's hefty. It's not like a little it's
Yeah.
It's not huge.
Like a Mjolnir sort of looking thing.
So,
like a mini moon.
Yeah.
first passage through the tunnel. The tunnel itself. Yes.
I also make crochet a tiny little muzzle.
Do you have crocheting skill?
No, but I have rope work. So
Oh, okay. So you can do a bit of rope work for
Yeah,
it.
that's
So,
what I mean.
Not
So-
quite the same, but yes.
yes,
Yeah.
same sort of knotty
Yeah,
type thing. So that they'll take neat pipe for me.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, you can do that.
Well,
It's not quite the same. Right. The tunnel. Over 200 paces. Solid rock pressing on all sides. The only route into the crater. At least the only official route. There's presumably some form of tunnel somewhere. But it's the only one that is broadly known by anyone. It is, however, bluntly spectacular for two reasons. On one side, you get a really good view down over Talagad and down over that snaking silver river that goes all the way down to Altdorf eventually. It's a beautiful view when you're at the very top. And on the other side, the view is, if anything, even more impressive because you're high and you look down over an entire city. The tallest building there, quite clearly, over to your left-hand side, the enormous tall tower of the Temple of Sigmar, the tallest building in all of Talabheim. Temples spread out there, an entire knotwork of streets, and interestingly, several rings of city walls, where the city has clearly been built and then expanded beyond and then expanded beyond.
Oh.
It is much bigger than Altdorf, or at least you guess it is. It feels like it is when you're sitting looking down over it. You don't get this view of Altdorf. But it feels huge in a way that that city isn't, because this one is somewhat sprawling. And then beyond the city itself is the fields, distant in the haze, forests over to your far left, villages spread out, and a small rise in the middle. Because it's not flat, it doesn't go down to a big lake there, it rises up in the center and obscures what lies beyond. You can't see the far side of the crater, it just goes off into the distance towards either side. It goes for miles to left and right, miles and miles, and then curves round. It's a good 15 miles away from where you are as it dips over towards the edge and down towards the horizon and just disappears into haze. It's enormous. And you can easily imagine how this place has never, ever fallen. The city itself is, in the greater scheme of the crater, tiny. It's just a small city pushed up against the side, and it rises up the side of the crater with layer after layer after layer going down to the main city itself. But when I say that, that's just purely a point of scale. The city itself is huge, possibly the biggest imperial city you've seen. It's an impressive sight, and it's one that clearly many people are keen for you to see. There's entire areas laid out for people to just stop and look. Indeed, there's higher areas where you can pay to look. And there's all manner of lenses so that you can zoom into different places. But you are here.
Artists doing water
Oh,
colors
yes.
and stuff.
Exactly. And this place is busy. Traffic going in either directions because we're, unlike yourselves, dealing with an area where there's lots of people who have permanent passes. And they just pass through. They don't queue. They don't do anything. They just go up. I'm here. They pass through. Merchant trains passing through. There's a few other details worth noting. Over in the far left in the fields over there, there's clear camps laid out. Also over in the left, not too far away from them, is what is an almost shining beacon to Leopold's vision. It's where he's going. He knows it with a certainty. And as he stands and looks over in that direction, he can feel in himself that he is standing in the exact same spot where Sigmar did. Right here. And it feels weirdly contextualized in time. Suddenly he feels like there's an actual finite length of time. There's a real person. And I know that's obvious to say, but it suddenly just feels really real. You're standing in the same place. He just got off his horse, a horse that he was about to gift. The chief of the Talutans. He and all of those who were with him were here. And as everyone else is wandering in and rubbernecking a little bit and looking at everything else, he pauses.
Element will pause. Just she's
feet
got her eye on him at the moment.
are exactly where Sigmar's feet were. He was here. This isn't a legend. This isn't a myth. This is a certainty. And there's a few other things that he picks out for certain. One, where he's going. And where he's going, there is a flame. There is a fire. There is a bowl. He can almost see it in his mind's eye. Just as he could see the banners as he passed through Ubersreich. Hanging from the walls, there were no banners, but he could see them. He can see it. The bowl with the flame burning and the flame tails up into two. A twin-tailed inverted comet. He knows that's where he's going. Certainty. He knows. And there's something in that temple. There's something in there. Because that's why Sigmar came here before he went south. He knows that too. His breath feels caught.
This is like all he's ever wanted. The whole thing has always been to walk in Sigmar's footsteps, to literally walk where he is. This is like the most profound experience he could have.
Mm-hmm.
And it's both enervating and energizing. It makes him feel both weak and strong. A part of him wants to collapse to his knees, but a part of him has never felt more certain he needs to walk further. To actually take those steps, to go where Sigmar went. Because he was here. And he also knows one other thing. He and Sigmar, with a certainty he doesn't know how to cope with or understand, share a father. Boom!